Hi.
Oh my god.
Tom's the first guest who's ever spoken first. I love it. Just getting into it.
And just peek out the whole
I have lots of enthusiasm.
Well, Tom Bennet, welcome to the show, man. It's
What
good to see
up?
you, man. The last time
Fist bump me.
Sorry.
Fist bump me.
I think the last time we saw each other was
December.
at Carrie's gig. Carrie
Dr.
Rifkin.
Rifkin's Christmas.
Yeah, those were always
Bonanza.
fun gigs.
Where was that at?
Orange Park.
Orange Park.
It's the Orange Park Medical Association. They have their annual thing, and we end up playing them quite a bit.
That's pretty nice.
They're fun gigs for me because I get to play jazz. Well,
Did you play at that gig too?
I get to try and play jazz. Yeah.
Okay. You play jazz?
Yeah.
Dope.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
of course
know
I
that.
do.
I
Yeah.
thought you were all classical because that's what I see on your Instagram posts all the time is you playing like Chopin and stuff. But you can do it all.
I don't play jazz enough to post jazz on my Instagram. Let's just put it that way.
All right.
If I were to do like a jazz thing on Instagram, I would have to spend like 6 months
Like
making sure it didn't suck totally because I would be like, I gotta do some research. I got to come up with some ideas, work them out.
Yeah, it's a whole
and then
different
act
thing.
like I improvised them all.
Right. Yeah, that's totally,
Yeah, dude, bro, I
man.
totally improvised all that. I just changed the order.
I can play a lot of the Charlie Brown Christmas songs. That's about it.
Those are great
That's
songs.
about that. Yeah, I know, but that's about it. When it
Vince
comes to
Guaraldi
jazz.
is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, before we get started, we do our cheers.
Oh, yeah.
The obligatory.
This is the alcoholic fist bump.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Do you hear that? It sounds like there's like a song going on somewhere.
I don't know. You just got a song going in your head? Make a note of it.
I did.
Write it down. We'll
Last
write
night I was just walking in my kitchen, and then all of a sudden I just hear "ee" like that, and it's only in one specific part of my kitchen. I don't know what that's about.
it.
That's
Maybe
aliens.
ghosts or aliens.
I don't know what it is, but it's right in front of my.
You know what
coffee
happens next,
maker.
Bill?
What's up?
Anal probe.
Oh man.
I'm just saying.
Sounds like a Friday night. Am I
Yeah.
right, boys?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Shut up, Seth. We were at Temple. 4-year-old virgin.
All right, so before we get started, also, we just got to announce some shows. Side Hustle's playing Taco and Tequila Festival on May 2nd.
May 2nd.
And then we have the Orange Blossom Review on December 3rd. I know it's a far ways away, but we're going to be doing it.
Yeah, get
Wood
your
Brothers
tickets
are
now, though. They're
headlining.
cheap, right?
Yeah, they're
Do
cheap.
they have
and,
different tiers?
different tiers. I think it
Yeah.
starts at 70. It goes up to 200 if you want to do like camping, full VIP.
Is that like a 3-day?
It's a 2-day festival.
2-day
yeah.
fest.
So we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, me too.
And then Hangout Express is playing April 2nd, this Friday at the Green Turtle from 7 to 11.
Aren't those the former members of the Anton LaPlume band?
And current members of Side Hustle. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so it's like a super group.
It's a super group,
Oh.
man.
Is that's
That's
gonna
awesome.
Be that's gonna be a full band?
Full band.
Who we're gonna have play bass?
Don't know yet.
Don't know. It's Mr. No, it's a special guest.
It's a
That's what
special
you gotta
guest,
say.
featuring members of Side Hustle and special guests to be determined.
TBA band.
You're bad at PR. I'll tell
I'm
you that.
terrible at PR.
Special guest. It means you'll find out when you get there. So will we.
So, I also have a solo gig. I guess when this airs, it'll be tomorrow on Monday at Lemon Bar from 3 to 7. And then Sunday, April 4th at ABBQ, I do my brunch set, so come and check that out. And you guys got any stuff you want to promote?
Yeah, Tom, I guess I'm gonna come out.
I have an album that I've been working on for 75 million years.
Really?
We actually that's gonna be one of the first things that we get to.
Okay, so
Do you have a show that you want to promote?
No, currently we don't have any shows. We played a bunch of shows recently.
Did you guys do the Leprechaun Party?
No, because I was playing a cover gig that night.
Okay.
We did the actual St. Patrick's in DeLand at a place called City Limits, which actually turned out to be really fun.
Really?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually.
Did you guys do like an outdoor type thing?
Yeah, it was an outdoor thing, but they have this actually really cool stage in the back,
Yeah.
but it's set away, so nobody's going to come up to it.
Okay.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, totally.
And then instead of that, he put us in kind of the front area where we were like right in the middle of everything, and it turned out to make it a lot of fun. Actually,
Nice.
I would say, yeah.
Chris play with you on that
Chris,
gig?
it's Tom Bennet Band doesn't play with anybody other than 3 guys.
I love Chris, man.
Yeah, Chris is
He's
great.
Such a good dude.
Chris is great,
Um,
except for all that Satan worship stuff he does. I mean, I'm still working on that with him, but
it's like
Beelzebub.
seances before the show.
Yeah, he's all about the Beelzebub. He's like, Beelzebub, give me the power to play drums tonight.
Well, whatever he's doing, it's working.
It works. Yeah, it works for him.
Oh, well, how you doing, man?
I'm great.
Yeah,
I just hit a squat PR off the 10-inch box squat. I did 461 for a double. It's on my
Nice.
Instagram if you're
Yeah,
looking for.
I had to shamefully say that I do watch those squats.
Shamefully say.
I just keep on going. I'm just like, that's a lot.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of weight.
He lifts plates, dude.
Yeah.
I try to keep the game
Makes
going.
Tates lifts plates. You
I'm
know
trying
what
to keep
saying?
the game going into my old age as far as I can. So far, the body's holding up. So I ain't go-
You ever feel like lifting weights is sometimes is like counterproductive to playing music?
No, I feel
No?
the exact opposite. I feel like
Really?
it's been extremely productive because over the years, I'm 47, and a lot of my friends have gotten carpal tunnel, wrist issues, just everything under the books. But I never have.
Yeah.
Even though I've just used and abused my freaking body in every way. Now, I haven't done like combat sports or football where you're hitting people.
Right.
Yeah.
But the weights, I truly believe that there's a lot of benefit for musicians to work out just in general.
Totally.
Because it strengthens the muscles in the forearm, elbows, and everything. Because they're just small muscles.
Yeah.
And overuse injuries, too much playing, especially that weird ass position you're on with the guitar.
yeah.
Even me, like if I play guitar and I'm not loose, I get that numbness.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
you got to get that, like the trap and the elbow and everything has to get loose. But I honestly, legit feel like over the years, the fact that I lifted weights has contributed to me not having repetitive use injuries.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's so you probably have to work a little bit harder when you practice. Just to kind of, because like I noticed for me that when I work out and
You're
stuff,
like stiff.
I get stiff,
Yeah.
and then like my fingers don't move around as easily.
I don't.
You don't.
No.
That's why you don't see any like giant like bodybuilder piano players. I thought they're always like the skinny little just.
Mostly.
or
That's just
soft,
mostly because
very soft.
most of your high-level classical players are just like these trolls that live in a practice room.
I'm well aware.
And they
yeah.
just sit there and go.
I was going to do that. And and then I saw everybody that I went to school with at UNF. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, Billy's not big on practice.
That was my unpopular opinion. Practice is dumb and stupid.
Yeah.
In fact, I have to actually shamefully say before I played at A1A, I didn't rehearse for 2 weeks. I didn't practice. I didn't play a note for 2 weeks. That's the longest I've ever went without practice.
Wow.
It's a long time.
And I crushed it.
I don't think you crushed it. But yeah.
The crowd's reaction was like just going crazy for
Yeah,
me. You
pretty
saw
sure that's
that
for me, though.
No,
Well, you know what
not even
happens
close.
when
Second night you crushed
You know what
it.
I've
That's what I'm
noticed?
trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Second
You know,
night.
I've noticed with you, Billy?
What's up?
When you don't practice a lot, I can see that your stage presence comes up. It's like a magnetic
compensate.
aura
Yeah.
that flows out of you
Yeah.
and imbues the crowd with a sense of religious zeal. And I feel it. I feel it when you're up there bobbing and smiling. I go,
Yeah.
man, I feel like something special's happening.
Oh, come on. You've got amazing stage presence, too.
No.
Like,
My stage presence is shit talking.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
that's
I am a shit talker.
well, that may be true.
Can I say shit talk?
You can say whatever.
Is this
you
one of
want,
these
Tom.
podcasts?
Do Whatever
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want.
I'll tell you what
bud.
I'm going to do. I'm going to take another drink.
Take another drink.
We should have another drink,
My
guys.
Christian family
have another drink.
stopped watching this a while ago because of this. They're like, oh, no, we can't watch this. So,
It's too PG-13.
yeah. This is NC-17.
You have a stage presence, though. I
Yeah.
talk shit because I'm kind of stuck behind this whole like ensemble of keyboards.
I do have that, but like you said, it is just a facade for
It
my
is.
horrible playing.
Well,
It's true,
I didn't
though.
say that.
No, but if I'm jumping, yeah, I've noticed that since I was a kid. If I jump up and down and smile and everything like that, everybody else is happy, so I've kept doing it.
no,
Right.
you're a
up?
really good player. When
Wait, let's just end it right there. We don't have to
we'll
keep
do a little
going.
rewind.
Can I have? Well, I guess it is recorded. I'm just gonna have that as my ringtone.
When you-
every time you call me.
when,
You're a really great
You're a
player.
really good player.
yeah, this is so monotone.
Anton's calling me. You're a really great player.
I'm a really good player, but
When you practice.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like for instance, like when
But
we
I
did the Joe
didn't practice.
Marcinek run,
Yeah, what's up with that?
crushed it.
Yeah.
Except for that one night at ringside.
Oh, I whiffed.
Yeah, but I didn't even notice that until you said it though. You know what I mean? I'm just but in general though, like because you practice like nonstop for that gig, and I
Yeah.
was like, damn, Billy's crushing it. He's finally starting to understand funk and jazz a little bit, some blues, and then after that you're like, yeah, I'm done with all this stuff. I'm just gonna never hear it or play it ever again.
Yeah.
And then you kind of lost all of it. What
Yeah.
happened, bud?
I didn't.
Let's talk about it.
It wasn't fun for me.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You don't feel the funk.
I just don't really get it. I kind of understand it, and I listen to it. I'm like, oh, it sounds really great, but like playing it live, it's just you're just doing the same repetition over and over and over and over again.
It's called groove.
It's called groove.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like a puzzle, that you kind of figure out where your spot's at.
And that it gets a little bit of me going, but what really gets me going is all the fun, crazy stuff. So.
Yeah, just synthesizers and Studio 54 doing cocaine off hookers' asses in the 80s kind of thing.
Male hookers.
Hookers,
whatever.
Bills into all of it.
All I'm trying to say is that's it doesn't hit that special little oh yeah, I felt it.
I got you.
But I appreciate it, and I like you said, I could be good at it.
Yeah.
It's just I don't.
Well, let's get back to it. You know what I mean?
Why though?
Why not?
Because it's boring to me.
All
See,
right.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that, Bill? Because I
Exactly.
think you and I come from a very similar background. Generic
from
white.
Kentucky?
Generic. No. The fact that we're just generic white guys,
Yeah, what's up?
and we grew up listening to whatever music was around us.
A lot of Coldplay.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Yours was Coldplay. Mine was metal because I
Yeah.
grew up in the '80s.
Yeah, that's right.
But my thing is in the '80s, while all my friends were listening to Metallica and all this, I was too.
yeah.
But I also listened to Nine Inch Nails before they all did, and I also listened to a lot of P-Funk, and James Brown,
Fuck
and Stevie Wonder,
Talk
and
my
even
language.
even the pop singers of my time, like Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, and those kinds of people. I would listen to those because I think being a keyboard player, I could really appreciate it in a way that my metalhead friends really couldn't.
Yeah.
But I never really incorporated that into what I was doing.
You didn't internalize it in that way.
No. I
Yeah.
mean, everything internalized, you listen to internalize to a degree, but which is why you'll hear little moments of jazz in my writing,
Right.
or little moments of funk in my writing, and it's just natural. It's not like I'm trying to be funky.
Right.
It's just that sounds right
I got you.
for the part that I'm doing.
Totally.
And because of that, when I first started the Tom Bennet Band, I had been in 8 million freaking bands, and all the band drama BS that happens in bands.
Yeah.
We've talked about it a million times.
Yeah.
And if the viewers want to know, basically bands are the worst possible thing you can ever do in your life. And you only do it because you just genuinely love music.
Yeah.
And you will put up with every jerk, idiot, blowhard.
Blowhard.
What's a good word for these musician types?
Dick.
Goofballs.
Just
jackalopes.
A jackalope.
A jackalope. Whatever.
You sure you're
you
not
put
from
up with it because you're
Kentucky?
trying to find that magical combination.
they're like the devil's unicorns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
the hell's
because
that?
it's somebody that it's this person that's they're so rare because their life depends on them to be self-reliant
Right.
and have no ego.
Right.
But they have all those, but they're not self-reliant and they do have huge egos.
Who are we
Right.
talking about again?
Bill Begley. That's who we're
Just
talking about.
about me?
Musicians in general, you know what I mean?
I'm
it's
not
like
that.
it's a rare breed of people that have accepted a lot in life that requires them to be everything that they're not.
Right.
Right? That's why it's a unicorn, but in a bad way.
A bad unicorn.
They're just that
Can I
rare.
write
So
that down?
to
That's a good
continue
band
the
name.
story, my
Yeah,
point
sorry.
was
Yeah, what's up?
I finally decided, look, this band is going to be whatever I want it to be. It's going to
Yeah.
be based around me. I became the egotistical, narcissistic musician instead of the team player.
Right.
And I said, look, I'm putting a framework out. It's the Tom Bennet Band. Here's what's happening. I get to make all the decisions. What's funny is if you talk to Chris and Heath, I don't really make any of the decisions. I don't have to.
Right.
It's like, what do you guys think? And they're like, yeah, that. And I go, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Let's just do that. It's the weirdest thing ever. Having the framework allowed me to not have to make any of the decisions, because having the framework, after shifting through so many members, allowed me to find the dudes that understood the framework.
Yes.
Right?
Totally.
And
That's-
when they understood the framework, and hopefully they're having fun in the framework and getting the musical gratification out of the framework, they are the framework.
Yeah, you don't have to work as hard.
I don't have to work at all with
yeah,
those dudes.
Exactly.
At all.
Yeah.
Like this gig, we were doing cover songs, and he's like, I don't know that one. I said, I don't care. Just play, man. They're good. And we crushed it.
And I'm sure got an amazing ear. He's such a great guitar player.
He does. He has an amazing ear and a great instinct, and he has that skill that you all develop as a musician, the great art of bullshit. You
Right.
just develop it, and then Which kind of funny. It's funny parlays back into funk because
I was about to say, I thought you were coming at me.
No. I feel like the early funk musicians were guys that just wanted to go up and make music people would dance to.
Yeah.
And they may or may not have been trained musicians. They may or may not have been technical musicians, but they understood what they were shooting for.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, we're trying to create something here that does this, and I think that's beyond funk. I think that's primal because I think if you listen to Beethoven,
What's up?
you can find that in Beethoven.
That he
Groove.
Oh, groove.
Groove.
Yeah, Moonlight Sonata.
Syncopation as well. And,
All
you
of
know
it.
what I mean? It's like, I mean, classical music just it has a different interpretation of those things, obviously.
But sometimes you listen to like those old '70s funk records, and it literally sounds like 10 people playing at once for the first time, and they just did one take and said that's a rap and called it.
Because you're not listening. That's the difference.
But that's what it sounds like.
But
We got to get specific on that because I disagree with that.
What like?
I disagree with that entirely.
Listen.
Bill, I think you're a bad person
We
now.
got funk.
I think you're a bad person. I really do.
Who's that? That's George Clinton, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Parliament, right?
Yeah.
You listen to that whole song in its entirety. It literally sounds like okay, they don't know when to start.
But I'm
stop.
gonna go deeper. No, I'm gonna go
saying,
deeper.
That's what it sounds.
No,
like.
it is that
Yeah.
because literally they were just doing a bunch of drugs.
Yeah.
And they were in a recording studio,
Uh-huh.
and they recorded. However, underneath all that supposed chaos, there's a magic that's happening because there's an interplay. That's what funk is. I mean, I'm not a funk expert. I'm gonna put my hands up that I'm not.
You know,
but that's what it sounds like to me.
You got to with funk, man. It's like you got to figure out where your place is, and then try not for at least a specific amount or for a certain amount of time, try not to deviate from that too much because, like especially when you're improvising on it, it's like okay, here's what I'm doing here. And then the guitar part can fill up this space here. The bass and the drums are holding down the groove for you to kind of lay your like the icing on the cake. You know what I mean? And funk is just it's very very like it's very
it's live.
Yeah,
it's very live.
Yeah, and it's like and it has to be very precise and intentional. And it
does it?
It does because if it's done wrong. It's impossible.
Now hold on.
To that.
When you say wrong, do you mean a guitar player that comes up with a wah pedal and just wahs over everything is not funk?
Or
that's not funk.
Or when someone's playing, or when someone's playing clav, or when someone's playing clav and just like 16th notes the entire time.
Dig it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good or bad?
That's bad.
How do I?
Depending on the scenario.
Okay.
You just gotta feel it and hear it. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's too many rules, and I don't like rules.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, okay.
Do you know who does good funk though, like through and through? And I listen to every album. Is Volpac. Like they crush it.
Ooh, see now, hold on.
You don't like Volpac?
No, nope. I didn't say that.
Okay.
Corey Warren's commented on one of my new video. Careful there.
Who did?
Corey Warren, the guitar player from Wolfpack.
Oh, he's a guitar player from Wolfpack?
Wolfpack, yeah.
Okay, so in 2020, we have this funk movement of like festival bands, right?
Yeah.
And look, that is the style of music that fucking rages, pardon my French, at festivals. Because look, everybody's going out there to dance and have fun and be alive and be happy.
For sure.
That's what the festivals are all about.
There's no sad funk.
I mean, I guess there could be, but you're right.
Yeah.
like a ballad.
So here's my question, because this is something that kind of sits in my brain, and I've had conversations with people about, like, there's this term, and I can't remember the guy that brought it up, made it up, but he called it Berkeley funk.
Oh, yeah, as a bass player. Yeah.
I laughed so hard because he codified in one word that thing that you kind of get, and I'm not saying Wolfpack per se.
No, I can
it's
see
more
that.
like John Schofield, Medeski, Martin, and Wood.
Yeah, but they're amazing.
They're amazing, but that's like kind of like the foundation of Berkeley funk.
Yeah.
You know, like those guys that came out, they were like jazz guys that didn't necessarily grow up in a jazz background.
Right.
And then we're like, well, we're gonna. Like, if you listen to a Go-Go, John Schofield record, that is, like, to me, the Bible of like, the Berkeley funk kind of shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it has gone a little off the rails with some people. They get a little intense with it, or they just don't, or it's so redone where you're just like, okay, I'm over this.
Right, a copy of 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 a copy.
Exactly. It's like Schofield did it great. Let's just move on, you know?
Well, that actually gets to one of my philosophical points for me as a musician of, like, I know in this day and age, like, there's the acceptable styles of music. And, I mean, you've heard my band. Like, we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
We just do what we're going to do.
You guys do it great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
but,
you
like,
guys
we
are
go
awesome.
from straight metal to Latin jazz.
Yeah.
That's
my bastardized version of Latin jazz.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I am not a
hard.
Latin jazz musician
Yeah.
at all. There's some
I
phenomenal.
think as a
freaking-
piano player, that's probably the hardest thing to play is Latin jazz.
but I don't play it right. I just do my version. And here's my point that I was going to make. To me, my version of those things is like what Freddie Mercury would have done. He's not a Latin jazz pianist, but he might have been inspired by it.
Right.
And or Paul McCartney, or even a Peter Gabriel from my era. They would take things that they heard and Sting and infuse them into something that was still them,
Right.
but maybe use those elements or manipulate those elements to create something cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like a lot of that's lost in 2020. Do you?
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my old guy
No.
interpretation.
I think that there's some bands out there that I think are doing a good job of mixing things up. But I mean, as far as on the surface level, there's a lot of stuff out there that I think falls short for sure.
Yeah.
I think that
there's stuff like way past all this other stuff. Like if you listen to Thundercat before,
Oh, he's amazing.
yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Like he just like all these prodigies, and I still think Volpe's like great. Ghost Note is another one.
Yeah.
That's
Ghost
just
Note's
you're just like,
amazing.
are you?
I've
fucking
seen
kidding
them
me?
at I've seen them advertised festivals. I have not actually seen them.
I haven't got to see them live
Yeah,
either.
I
I just
wa-
watched
yeah.
a ton of videos. I'm just like, yeah, this is better than anything that's ever been made.
Yeah.
Ghost Note's amazing.
Like,
There's
that's the evolution of music. But there's those people that are just doing the same thing that's been done 100 times. And
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that there's a lot of good stuff being done now as well. But I mean, back to the Berkeley funk thing, I think that there's a lot of kind of reincarnations of something that's already kind of happened.
Yeah.
Where it's like there's other bands now that have taken this thing and gone so far beyond that. We don't need this like one chord vamp kind of thing with a
Right.
cool little, diminished run or something that's going to get you to wherever point, and then then we're back at the groove again, and everyone just kind of solos over the one thing. Like that's kind of we've moved on from that. A lot of jam bands are kind of like if you listen to Pigeons playing ping pong, okay.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, not a fan.
Wow.
Not a
No.
fan.
They're
I
like
say-
they're like
fun.
embody every like spiritual thing that I have as a human being. It's like that's I want to be in their band. They don't have a keyboardist either. If you're looking for
If
one,
you're looking,
I will be in your band in
they're
a
fun.
heartbeat.
Look, they're fun. Okay.
Yeah, they're just fun.
But I can't. If I hear one more jam band just vamp on a one quarter or just
Yeah.
or like a 1 flat 7 kind of thing,
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, we've got to move on here.
Yeah, Grateful Dead pretty much smothered that, and then.
But you know what's funny is the
Fish
Grateful
did too.
Dead didn't smother that. Their freaking songs.
the 1/7 thing is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying their songs are actually very intricate.
They are.
Oh
the
yeah, for
chord
sure.
changes
I
are
love
insane.
like Brown Eyed Women. Listen to that song.
That's a great
Eyes of the World's
example.
another great one too. But like, Fire on the Mountain. Are you serious?
Yeah, but that's like
That's like
one out of
like
100 songs.
100,
And look,
thousands
I
even.
was a guy that grew up thinking the Grateful Dead sucked. I was like, no, I grew up as a metalhead. I
Yeah.
listened to Metallica,
Yeah, they're kinda the opposite of that.
Maiden, and Priest, and all these things. I'm like, the band sucks, bro. And then I remember playing one night with Paul Ivy, a great musician,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I'm starting to get it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get it. It's a lot of it's the lyrics are actually really good.
Yep.
And then you start going, like a lot of these songs, the chord progressions follow this lyrical rhythm in the music. I'm like, it's actually freaking brilliant in its way.
Yeah.
And
it's-
it's fun to play.
Well, hold on.
That's the whole reason I think.
Tell
that
me
it
what you
caught
think
on.
about this conclusion I had. They draw from an Americana vocal tradition in their songwriting. Like, so a folk singer in America or maybe Ireland or Scotland would sit down and sing words, and that was the crux of the song. Right? That's what was important, not the chord progression or like Rush where the licks.
Right.
It was like, here's these words. How do I come up with an accompaniment that follows this
Right.
and adds?
Yep.
And that's like in a folk and Americana. So sometimes you get these weird time signature things.
Yep.
But it's not based on I'm trying to be all weird. It's like that's how the words fit.
Right.
Yeah, that's how the
Do you
song
agree
is
with that?
supposed to be.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
That's
not crazy
definitely
when I
it.
hear that. So I really gain an appreciation for them in that. And then I played in a couple bands that play Grateful Dead music as cover bands. I was like, yeah, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting it more and more and more.
It's like
Yeah.
the closest thing to poetry and music. It just had like the words were written, the melodies were written for the vocals. Write a song around it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We're not changing anything.
put some chords
Exactly.
to this. Yeah.
And I mean, we give the Dead a lot of flack on this show, but I mean, I there was a point where I was listening to a lot of Jerry Garcia's playing and trying to cop some of that stuff, which I've never been able to accurately do or even try and fake it. I just gave up, honestly, on trying to fake what he does. But yeah, I mean,
You mean play guitar?
Oh!
good burn.
I'll drink that. I'll drink that. I'll drink that.
We're
Cheers
saving
that
up
one.
for an iPad so I can get some sound effects going on. But
That's
it
why
would be- it
we
would-
need sponsors, guys. So
we
if
don't
you're
need
looking,
sponsors, we need money.
that's what I'm saying.
You have like a
Sponsors give us
Patreon?
money. Well, we were doing that for a little while, and we realized people weren't watching the episodes. We put it through a paywall, so we started making them all free on YouTube.
They're on YouTube.
And they're on YouTube, and hopefully we can get enough subscribers to become a paid partner and start making some money on
How many
ad revenue.
Like 10,000.
You need 1,000.
You need 8,000.
1,000 and 4,000 hours.
Following you on YouTube.
Thank you.
If you're
Okay.
not,
I
let's
wish
get us
let's fix
I
this.
wish you were 1,000 people, but whatever.
If you're not,
fine.
then let's go ahead and just make it
Oh,
happen.
you-
Guys,
can I do
follow
it?
Tom Bennett's example,
yes.
and let's make this happen.
Let's go on YouTube. And what are we going here?
Bottom of the bill.
Bottom.
This is great content, by the way.
Bottom.
content.
Bottom champion.
Bottom
What?
champion. Aggressive
Bottom
power bottom.
master of the bottom.
Oh no, no.
Bill, it keeps pulling you up when I put that in.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I'm asking you, bro.
You've
There
been
we
looking
go.
me
There
up?
it is. It's the
Which
first
one?
one.
This one?
Yeah, that's an episode. I don't know who that is. Maybe.
Oh shit!
who
I'm
is
not
that?
subscribed. Oh, I'm changing that.
Oh, it's Tom.
I'm now officially subscribed.
Fuck yeah! It's one more. Guys, we're almost there.
That was Matt Henderson. I love Matt Henderson, by the way.
I
Yeah.
love Matt. Man.
Matt is a talented dude.
I think he has the coolest voice.
he has
ever.
Matt. Can
Not
sing.
even like singing it, and just like him talking. This isn't. I'm
I
not trying
the
to make
first
it
time I
weird,
heard Matt
but
do his songs, because
I
I'm
just
not.
think he's cool.
Speaking
Yeah.
of not being super, I'm not a super reggae guy.
Yeah.
I love his band.
Yeah.
Oh, Danka's awesome.
Danka's dope.
I was in Danka for all of a month and a half.
I'm sorry you're not in Danka because that's a cool band.
I got kicked out.
Did you really? Because
Yeah.
you couldn't skank?
No,
You can't
not-
play- you
it's
can't
not
play
that.
reggae.
I quit actually. I didn't get kicked out. I'm sorry, but me and
He got kicked out.
got
me and,
kicked
no, I quit. Me and
They're
the,
like, Bill, it's not you, it's us.
no,
Yeah, it's
me and,
not you,
me and
it's
the
us.
me
Bill,
and the drummer at the time got in a fight, so I was like, all right, I'm
Oh,
quitting. So
over.
something stupid. I don't want to get into it. But
Oh.
he threatened to like fucking like fist fight me. So I'm like, all right, I gotta quit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what would you call that.
I mean,
Getting
you should have
kicked
at
out?
least battled him first.
I don't
Just
know.
fucking throw down,
Yeah,
bro.
he's like
I mean, if
6'4".
you get challenged, if you get no,
I would
no, come on,
die.
your pride. You have to take the beating.
And then at the time, I was.
And at the end,
much
after you,
thinner.
after
I was like pushing maybe 135.
oh my god.
after he beats you up, you have to like blow him a kiss.
Yeah.
Billy's not a physical guy.
No, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, that's what we'll
I
call
get
it.
it.
But I
respect
will use my words to fight. I'm
Do you
good
know
at
who you
that.
just remind me? Do you know who you sound like just in general?
David Spade?
You ever watch
Sing it that
Reno
loud.
911 and see Nick Swartzen's character?
Nick Swartzen?
Yeah.
The gay guy?
Terry, yeah.
Terry?
That's
The guy with the high
that's-
shorts?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the best
who
character
you
of the whole
remind me of.
episode.
Yeah,
That's who you remind me of
I
now.
sound like
I'm
him?
thinking you sound like him.
He's from like Minnesota.
If you take the fake Southern accent that you put on when you start to drink, you sound like Nick Swartzen.
I do. I don't think it was that funny. Though.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Funny.
I'll take that laugh.
All right.
All right. Well. All right. Let's.
I feel really attacked right now. I'm gonna get another beer, but you guys.
Can you give me a drink while you're
What would you like?
rum and whatever you put in there?
Okay. Whatever. All right, I'll be right back.
So we're let's talk about Bill while he's gone.
We can talk about him while he's right here, bro.
So how wrong is Bill Bigley about funk? I mean, let's just talk about just how wrong is Bill?
Well, I don't want to say. I only feel right attacking Bill when he's right here. That's
Oh,
what
you
it's-
won't do it behind his back.
I can't do
So
it.
you have morals.
But it's also a lot more fun when he's right here.
Oh, because you see him squirm.
Yeah.
You like the pain.
I like the
So that
pain.
makes you a masochist by definition.
Yeah, I'm a
in
bit of
the
a masochist.
AMA manual on psychological torture of musicians.
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
I also went through it myself. But let's talk about your the album that you've been recording for
Yes.
75 million
Yes,
years.
it's
Yeah.
75 million. It's called The Loving Family.
Okay.
It's a concept album.
Yes.
And it's basically about a family. This is the theory, the idea of a father that was a military type, and he married a stripper named Amber,
Okay.
and they had a kid. And the kid grew up wanting to please his father,
Yeah.
right? Wanting to make his father happy. I probably shouldn't give up the whole album, but I'm going to.
Well, they haven't heard the music yet.
Right,
so,
they haven't heard the music. So he goes to Afghanistan and joins the military to, make his father proud of him.
Yeah.
And he dies. And so the album kind of starts at that point where this entire family was kind of built off a false preposition, false idea in the first place, completely falls apart.
Okay.
It's very dark,
Sounds like it.
but it's dark comedy,
Yeah.
which is why a lot of people, it's funny because I'm not a Zappa head, but a lot of people go, you remind me of Zappa.
You do remind me of Zappa.
Everybody
It's like,
says that.
It's like if
Yeah.
Frank Zappa and Steely
Steely
Dan
Dan
had a
mixed up.
baby,
Yeah.
then that would be Tom Bennett Band.
Right, and it's funny because I don't think I got there from listening to Zappa. I think Zappa and I came to the same spot independently.
Sure, yeah.
And I am absolutely a total Steely Dan fan. So I
That's
stole
very
everything from
obvious,
Steely
yeah.
Dan that sounds like Steely Dan.
Yeah.
I have no originality in that regard. They are way better at what they do than me.
I mean-
I steal a part here, steal a part there.
Why
Yeah.
not? That's a great
I didn't
that's
know
what-
who Steely Dan was until I realized that all these songs that I love are Steely Dan. I always thought that it was Fleetwood Mac, or the Eagles.
Oh, no.
I always
but,
thought it was one or
also
the
great
other.
bands,
You know what I'm
but-
trying to say?
Did
Yeah.
you know that part in Hotel California says you stab it with your steely knives?
Yeah.
That supposedly the drummer, his girlfriend was a huge Steely Dan fan and it bothered him.
Oh.
So he said, stab it with your steely
I
knives.
thought you were going to say that he hooked up with his girlfriend or something, and then he was pissed off about it.
I mean, who knows?
Should we start that rumor right now? I think we're going to
Yes.
start that rumor. Guys, the drummer from Steely Dan hooked up
Aren't they
with
all
Don
dead?
Henley's girlfriend, and that's just what's going on.
They're at least in their 70s or 80s by now.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter anymore. And
They're-
also, that rumor wouldn't get started on this show, let's be honest.
By the way, I want to say something to anybody who's a Steely Dan fan, since they're still touring. Do not see them in an amphitheater.
Really?
Theater.
In the theater?
Enclosed theater. I saw them in a theater 2 or 3 times. It's some of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
I've always wanted to
Okay.
see them
And then
live.
we saw them at that amphitheater in Tampa. And if you're not in that front area right behind the sound, in front of the sound guy,
Yeah.
it was weak.
I mean,
I think
amphitheaters are
these
hard in
amphitheaters-
general.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming the band.
Yeah.
I'm blaming the room.
Yeah.
The room. And I was like, man, they're not loud enough to really overcome this space because they shouldn't be.
It's complete. Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't be super loud in this space. And I'm like, man, I just won't see them unless it's a theater
Yeah.
environment again.
Hey everyone, just want to take a second to talk to you about one of our favorite music venues, Blue Jay Listening Room. Blue Jay is a space for true music lovers where every ticket is a backstage pass. Silence your cell phones, enjoy a nice glass of wine or craft beer, and be part of an intimate experience unlike anywhere else in Jacksonville. Hear national and local artists sing their original songs and share the stories behind them in a space carefully curated for the premier show-going experience. I personally have seen some of my favorite shows here, as well as having played with some of my heroes. Not only is Blue Jay a wonderfully unique experience, it has become a staple in the Florida music scene. Mention Bottom of the Bill on your next visit and receive 10% off your tab. Blue Jay is located at 2457 3rd Street South, Jacksonville Beach, and be sure to check out www.bluejayjacks.com for news, ticketing, and events. That makes sense. I could definitely see that. I've
Yeah.
seen some really. The thing with amphitheaters is it just gets really washy, you
Yes.
know, and I can't even imagine playing. I mean, we did the. You probably played the band shell over at Jack's Beach also, right? At some point.
No, I've never played that.
Well, if you're, it's kind of.
I played the Daytona band show when I was a jazz band as a kid.
Are you talking about
Oh,
the
really?
Seawalk Pavilion?
Yeah, Seawalk Pavilion.
Yeah, yeah.
And I dropped my pants in the middle of the performance.
Yes, you did. Of course, you did.
No, I didn't. No, I made that up.
But yeah, what
But
he's
it's
saying, the sound's awful. It's just because of the reverb of the concrete.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
It's every time, and I don't want to hate on St. Augustine Amphitheater at all, but it's the same thing that happens there too.
Yep.
Where it's just it's all concrete, and so it's bad acoustics.
Same thing over here in Jacksonville. Jacksonville at the.
Okay, so
I've never been
let me
there,
throw a
so-
little point in there. Since it's my motherfucking podcast.
Your podcast, Tom. This is all you. You're the guest.
Top of the Tom.
Top of the Tom. Or bottom of the Tom. Right?
Ooh.
The alliteration, though.
Bear.
Oh, true.
I'm the
Yeah.
bear.
You're the bear.
No.
You're getting canceled over this episode.
That's
I saw Judas Priest and Deep Purple at the Jacksonville one
Yeah.
by the stadium. What's it called?
the TIAA Bank Field.
Whatever
is
it
that
is.
that's what
It
the
used to be
amphitheater's
called
called?
the Everbank Field.
What's the amphitheater called, though?
Just
I forget.
the amphitheater.
Okay, just the
Yeah.
amphitheater.
Oh no, it's the Dailies.
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 Jesus Christ.
At Dailies.
Yeah,
and
there
I
it
was
is.
very surprised at how good the sound was for Judas Priest.
Really?
Yeah, it was just loud enough to overcome the crappy acoustics.
Yeah.
But not blisteringly loud like a lot of metal shows where it's just like, bro, really?
They probably just mic'd the drums and bass and went like bar band style. You
They
know what
might-
I mean?
they may have.
It was like
They may
we got
have.
fucking stacks of guitar amps
They
up
may
here.
have.
We
Yeah, but
don't
a
even-
lot of those guys don't use the stacks. They've
No,
got
it's-
like a little
it's
module.
like right behind. Yeah.
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 A lot of those guys, it's just for show.
Yeah. Totally.
But I will tell you, I mean, Rob Halford, the singer for Judas Priest,
Yeah.
being 60-some years old,
Still got it.
bro.
You know what else? You know what other rumor we can start right now is that that's not actually him.
Oh, really?
It's a stunt double.
What?
No, nobody has that voice.
Yeah.
It's they just
Is
they
lip
they
singing?
synced. Yeah, he's lip singing.
No,
Yeah.
because he doesn't sound as good as the
I'm
albums.
starting the rumor right now.
No,
I'm doing
I'm
it.
quashing the
You're
rumor.
quashing the rumor.
I'm quashing the rumor because Rob still has it.
Yeah.
They tuned down like a half step. You could tell maybe a whole step you could tune down, but that dude could sing.
Rob
Yeah.
Zombie.
No, Rob Halford from Judas Priest.
Judas Priest.
Oh, I never really listened to them. So
You should
why?
because they're amazing.
It's good music, just a good band.
Just good
They're not.
ass fucking rock and roll.
I definitely wasn't allowed to listen to them. That has the words Judas and then Priest in it.
Yeah.
Grew up very Christian.
And he's very gay.
I didn't know
Oh,
he
he
was
is
gay.
very gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
He's
about this
I
band.
love that guy, man. He's just such a cool freaking dude. But anyway, now Deep Purple played afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. It was sad because in the 70s or the 80s that would have been a battle of the singers.
Right.
But Ian Gillan, the singer from Deep Purple, his voice is just it's shot out.
Not holding up.
No, it's shot out.
Yeah.
It's shot out. I love that I got to see them live finally. But people were walking out
Oh no.
because I realized something that you probably realized at shows. Long songs are great in certain environments,
Yeah.
but Priest, they played 3-minute song after 3-minute song after 3-minute song with a good hook in each song.
Yeah.
By the end of that set, you were just like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! Ah, so cool!" And then Purple 8-minute songs.
Yeah.
They got like through like 7 songs.
We don't have one song on our album that's under 6 minutes. I don't
Right,
think.
right.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Well, not for the festival stages.
Yeah.
Not for the festival stages. I don't think. I
Yeah.
think those are the right stages.
Yeah.
Like-
But like if you're putting on like a you know where it's like 2 band, like we our biggest issue is when we play like if we're on the road, for instance, we'll do these you know we have our anchor dates. We'll play like a cool club in a cool city or something, and then on the way there we'll do like bars to kind of
Right.
fund the tour, you know. And those are our biggest weaknesses where we can't even play our original music in those places.
Right.
So by the time we get to the anchor date where we need to crush, it's like, okay, we all good in these tunes, 'cause we haven't played these tunes in like 2 months outside
Right.
of rehearsal, you know?
Lame.
Yeah, so
Lame.
those are our biggest downfalls, I think. But yeah, there's definitely a time and a place. But in that scenario, especially following a band that's it might be metal, but it's also pop. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
It's got hooks.
Yeah, so
Got
it's
good
like
hooks.
to follow that with like these huge grand rock arrangements.
Well, I mean, it's not like Purple doesn't have hooks.
yeah, of
They
course.
have hooks, but there's like these long jam spaces, and
It's just hard to digest after watching a band that's like hitting you with 3-minute bangers.
bang,
you know?
bang, bang.
Yeah,
And they have like a 30-year career of hit songs.
yeah,
right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Which Bill Begley has not heard.
What? I haven't
I'm
heard
very
what?
disappointed about you.
About Judas Priest.
Yeah,
Judas
man.
Priest.
Greatest hits album.
See, it could probably just be like not Don Henley. What who are we talking about? The other band. God damn it.
The Eagles.
Wolfpack,
No, the other one that sounds like the Eagles.
Steely Dan.
Thank you, Steely Dan. It could be like Steely Dan. I'm like, oh, that's Judas Priest. I love that.
Yeah.
That'd probably be what it was.
Yeah.
You'd probably be like, what's like his most famous song?
Priest, Another Thing Coming. You got another thing coming.
That's Judas Priest?
Yes.
If you
that
like
song.
Van Halen,
I love
you'll
that
like
song.
No, actually, that's Steely Dan. I was just joking.
Oh, is it still Dan?
bro. If you like
I
Van
always
Halen,
thought that song was the Cars.
if you like Van
No.
Halen, you'll like
not?
Judas Priest. If you like Van Halen, you'll like Judas Priest.
Well, it does sound just like...
Obviously, it's different.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
That's Judas Priest?
It's Judas Priest, bro.
I fucking love Judas Priest.
Yeah.
All right.
The Bill's a Judas Priest fan now.
Sweet.
Heard it
I'm
before.
glad.
I'm not under a rock. No one ever told me what it was.
Okay, so let's get back to your album.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's
you're
a
promoting
concept
fucking
album.
Judas Priest and Deep Purple. We got a fucking guy writing a record over here.
Yeah, concept album. It's gonna be about 10 songs, and it's done. The writing is done, but I am currently working on just perfecting performances, just so I don't waste time in the studio.
Yeah,
which
totally.
I've done a lot of in the past. And it's like, you know what?
So is he.
I've been in the studio. Yeah, well,
He's the fucking worst.
Well, we spent a considerable amount of time on your parts too, my friend.
No, we didn't.
We did.
No.
We did.
Are we doing a pie
hey
chart?
guys, this podcast is about me.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's about you two.
Okay.
And
so
your little frivolous arguments about your band.
I'm sorry.
Your little Anton LaPlume / side hustle
right.
/
so that's Hangout Express.
Hangout Express.
That's right.
Hangout LaPlume band.
Hangout LaPlume Band.
Anton and Anton Express band.
That's a good one too. I like all of these. These are
All
great.
these are quality.
Okay, so
So no. I realized like, hey man, all my favorite albums, the performances are real live takes, not sat in the computer and fixed up.
mm-hmm.
And that takes a lot of like intense focus and
Yes.
practice because you have to be a performing musician. And it's been a really great experience in a lot of ways because I've kind of like had to confront a lot of my demons, you know, about piano performance, vocal performance, whatever performance. And just go, look, bro, it just boils down to this. You have to have it right. You know, you just have to have it right. And so I've been working on that a lot because this album could have been done if I wanted to cheat.
yeah,
If I wanted to cheat and just fix it in the box, could have been done a long time ago.
we did a lot of that. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, I want to be able to do that when it's needed.
Yeah.
Like if I get a great performance and we just let's nudge and do this, but I want that. I want it to be that.
Yeah.
You know, none of us are making huge money off of our original music.
Speak for yourself, bud.
Well, hey man, how are you
Fuck
guys doing it? Because
Fucking well, Billy works a day job,
No,
and I
I'm
play
just
bar
kidding.
gigs.
We're not making any money.
right, no, we're doing it for almost purely artistic purposes, which is a kind of a weirdly great place to be.
Right.
Because literally, pardon my French, you just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And you're just like, look, I'm going to make this the way I wanted to make it. It's going to go the way I want it to go. I'm going to play with the people I want to play with.
Yeah.
No one's offering me any reason to compromise.
Right.
So I'm not going to,
Right.
you know? And I couldn't be Wolfpack or Turquoise if I wanted to. Those guys are masters at what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like trying to be something that I'm not. Probably like you guys feel the same way. Trying to be something you're not. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. For sure.
So we're
Yeah,
we're
that.
we're the little dark weird band that you put on your festival that will make your crowd laugh and will kick their ass a little bit.
You need that at a festival because
Yeah.
sometimes at a festival you go and like, this is all really happy and fun, and then that one fucking like dark like kind
That's
of
us.
metalish band comes
That's
out,
us.
you're like, and then you see everybody else like, fuck yes, finally
That's
something
us.
good.
yeah.
That's totally us.
But
That's the role we play in those environments.
Yeah, I like
That's-
you like Consider the Sawyers.
Fuck yeah, man.
So like with that's that band at like all
Yeah.
those big festivals. Like everything else is just like happy hippie
and
music,
then
and then all of a
it's
sudden,
really intense
Same-
prog jam.
Yeah.
Same thing with Garage Mahal, man.
Yeah,
I,
Garage
I
Mahal's
saw them
amazing.
the year we played Halloween. It was like you're walking around checking all the shit. It's all kind of four on the floor,
Yeah.
dancey, funky shit, which is cool. But then you go to like 10 o'clock at night, and Garage Mahal is on the campground stage, and you're just like, holy fuck,
Yeah,
just
it's,
getting
like,
like
evil.
with like this
Blasted.
prog jazz fusion
Yeah.
shit, and you're just like, fuck yes, this
That's
is
what
what I
I
was
think
looking
Humphreys
for.
McGee does so well because they do both of it at the same time.
Yeah, Humphreys is an anomaly because they're the one band that's just like, we're gonna just release a 30-song record, all different genres, and then
Are they the Floyd of the modern era?
No,
I don't know if I
they're
wouldn't say
not
Floyd.
as. They're not as
So the philosophical question.
what's up?
I'm setting you up. I set
Yeah.
you up with that.
Yeah,
Who's the Floyd of the modern era?
man, I
Probably
don't
Tame
know.
Impala, I would say.
Tame Impala?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be my take at it, but I'm sure you have a different thing. But
Anton?
you really listen to him, and it's close to that.
Yeah, I don't know that I would. I don't think that there is a Floyd of our
I'm kind of
era.
with you, Anton, on that.
They're never gonna come close to like "Wish You Were Here." That's
but
like
there
the best
should
album
be.
ever made.
But there should be a Floyd of our era.
Well, yes, but it's also like
But
you
Tame
know.
Impala is the closest, in my opinion.
So we
I
talked.
need to check them out more.
So
they're really good.
Yeah.
we talked. Actually, this is a good topic. So when I was on the Low Hanging Fruit podcast, shout out to Zach. Check out his podcast if you haven't.
What's up?
So he asked me about game changers. He's like, who do you think is out there right now, like changing the game?
Pause.
As far
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause them.
Pause.
Yeah, pause them.
Floyd wasn't a game changer. They were Floyd.
Okay, but like what I'm saying, but
Yeah, but
the
nobody
point
was like
being,
See how I raised my hand to give it extra effect?
yeah,
Is that how you talk?
classy.
Stop
No,
them
that's
from
how you make
talking?
people know, like,
you're
bro,
serious. Yeah, you're serious.
this is like, come on.
Okay, so check this out. Floyd.
He's doing it now.
So you're an influencer, Tom. Billy's just sitting there putting his hand up. Is this
I just want to
work?
see if it works.
This is Kermit the Frog. All right, anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Zach asked me, he's like, who do you think is out there right now that's just like pushing the envelope and pushing the boundaries in ways like bands like Floyd were and bands like back in the 60s and 70s? And my response was, and I think still is now, is that we have to redefine what the boundary is in the first place,
Sure.
right? I don't think that you're going to find any bands at a pop level or even just beneath the pop level that are going to be pushing the boundaries of music. I believe that you will find artists that are pushing the boundaries of what it means to be an artist in the
Sure.
sense of like marketing, in the sense of getting yourself heard. And there's all these different outlets now to put yourself out there. So I think in that respect, we can look at Wolfpack as a great example. Like musically, are they pushing boundaries? No, but marketing wise, and being a DIY band that doesn't even have a booking agency or a management company or a record label, and for the amount of support and the fans that they have, those guys have changed the game.
Yeah, but they're
completely.
definitely not the Floyd of the modern era.
Yeah,
but
I think we're
again,
trying to talk about more artistic.
right, but that's what I'm saying though. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's a way to push the boundary
no.
artistically.
Okay, so let me add my little 2 cents here.
Yeah, go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, so the Floyd of the 70s and the 80s was Floyd.
Yeah,
I feel like in the 90s, the Floyd of the 90s was 9 Inch Nails.
yeah.
It
Trent
was
Reznor,
big.
really.
It was epic. It was unusual. It hit some emotional nerves. Now, I'm not saying he lasted the way Floyd did, but he made that freaking impact.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that what you're trying to say, or are you trying to talk about like psychedelic rock, man?
I think 9 Inch Nails was very psychedelic when
They
it
were
came
psychedelic,
out.
but I don't think he's talking about
You're
genre-wise.
just talking about like
A band that made a weird genre-shifting, cultural, musical impact.
I see. what
Okay,
you're
so
saying.
okay, good point. Good point. Let me redefine. When I saw The Wall in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
there was literally 6 generations of people there.
Yeah.
There was 15-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 25, 30, 35,
Okay.
40.
I see what you're saying.
All the way up.
timeless.
It's just universal,
Timeless
amazing music.
Who's making timeless
Like
music
songs
right
in
now?
the key of life. That shit's never going away.
Right.
That's always going to be music that human beings like Beethoven will listen to and go, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm
So-
gonna have to say Cardi B then.
Always wet
You can
ass.
laugh all you want to, but it literally is just a stripper that decided to write music, and it's like all about sex the entire time.
Yeah.
There's never been anything like that ever,
Ever.
and everyone
Not
on the
Rick
planet
James.
knows who
What about
it
Two
is.
Live Crew?
It-
What about Rick
not like
James?
not
What
like
about
Rick
two?
James.
What about Two Live Crew?
Came home last night. Not like that.
What about Two Live Crew?
Two Live Crew? Who's that?
They were a hip hop group, based out of Miami, and they basically,
I want some.
yeah,
Say,
yeah. Basically, their entire show is just like a strip. Was
She
like
has a
walking to a
number
strip
one
club.
hit song called "Wet Ass Pussy." Is that the
Yeah.
same thing?
What I'm
Is that
No.
about a cat?
okay?
Yeah, it's about,
About
a cat.
having a wet cat.
It's about having a very
So
disgusting wet cat.
But hold
yes.
on, I'm gonna go. Let me go another step. Come
Yeah.
back to Pink Floyd. So in the modern era, I feel like one of the bands that might actually two of the bands might actually, and you guys probably don't listen to any of these bands because you guys aren't like huge metalheads like me.
No.
That might venture into the Floyd realm is there's a band called Opeth.
Oh yeah, Opeth.
They have some incredible prog albums out there that I
Yes.
feel like are at least in the spiritual realm.
Yeah, totally.
And then Steven Wilson.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro.
You gonna play some music right now?
I mean, we might need to.
We can't, otherwise we'll get canceled.
Yeah.
I'm serious because the copyright laws and stuff. They'll take it down. But you can hum it.
Okay,
You know, I was thinking that somebody around that time too was Tool.
Tool,
Okay.
the early '90s. Yeah.
Tool would be one of the things. But there's a song by Stephen Wilson called "The Raven That Refused to Sing."
Okay.
And I played it
I've
for
heard that name before.
I played it for multiple people, and I have yet to see somebody that watched the video and heard the song that did not cry.
Really?
It's amazing. It's truly incredible.
I will put that to the test after the show.
Truly
because
incredible.
I don't have tear ducts. I don't know if you know that about me.
Well,
Yeah, he's
you're
not
gonna probably blow
lacrimose.
some snot out.
Yeah, probably plus some stuff. Okay, so when we're talking about redefining the game, what you're talking about with Cardi B,
Did
not.
Floyd redefine the game?
That
of course they did.
I'm
As
before
far
we
as
define
production,
the game,
as far as
she did.
production,
For sure.
as far as production techniques, of course they did.
But did they do anything bigger than the Beatles did as far as we're redefining the game?
Look, we're talking about the Beatles did. Every generation's going to do their version of redefining the game,
Okay.
right? But it's like Pink Floyd they were using recording techniques, like literally like taking tape and wrapping around like a metal pole and then letting the reel go.
They were the original Cardi B.
Recording that sound and
The
then
original Cardi B.
using that as effects in their albums, just. More about like sound engineering, not
Sound design.
Sound design is where they started to really kind of push the envelope
And putting like spoken parts and
right and
conceptualizations.
yeah, just like
Animal
like
Collective's like that.
Animal Collectives like that.
Do
But
you listen to them?
I know who they are.
Yeah, man, they are like in every single album. It's just like what the hell? It's completely different than the other one. But
right. But my whole
still not as timeless and big and
that's kind of my
culture-changing.
point is that there's nothing. I don't know that there is
You
a
might
way
be
to
right. That's a
The,
good
the industry,
question.
the industry won't support a band like that getting huge.
That's why you
It's
don't.
not even that.
Wait, I forgot. Then the next one was Tom York and Radiohead.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
They're the
totally.
That's
newer.
a great idea.
They're the newest Pink
that
Floyd.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
So they're the
Radiohead for
mainstream
sure.
huge pop band. In a weird way, U2
Yeah.
when they first came out was kind of in that
Oh,
lineage.
yeah, totally.
They went
Yeah.
very pop and got huge like the
well,
Stones.
but they were more like a punk band when they first
And they were-
started.
and they were-
but they were political and dark and edgy.
Yeah, like punk.
Yeah,
But mostly
true.
positive.
Yeah.
Radiohead is just like, oh, it's just so sad all the time.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Well,
it's really good. There's some amazing stuff, but again, I don't like what would make me understand how they change the game would be to understand how they record the music, because that's what I'm talking about. Like Pink Floyd didn't change the game as far as the music that they were doing. They changed the game as far as what they contributed to the recording and sound design world, right?
Maybe.
So every generation has a different way to kind of change the game, and our generation now, because of social media and the way things are, it's not the art itself that's going to change the game. It's the marketing approach that's going to change the game.
Hey,
That's what gets you
Speaking
seen.
of funk, I want to make a point to Bill.
go ahead.
Have a Cigar is one of the funkiest songs
I
ever
love that
written.
song.
I love that song.
That's
That
a
song
good-
has so much funk in it.
Fucking Wish You Were Here is my
I
favorite
know,
album,
but
without a doubt.
if you think funk is something isolated from rock or classical, listen to Have a Cigar, man.
I never had said anything about.
I think
don't
you're a
like
bad
funk.
person, Bill.
I don't like playing it because it's just the same thing over and over.
you don't like
again.
playing Have a Cigar.
I love listening to that song.
He's never played Have a Cigar.
I probably have never played it.
I think
Actually,
we
I
should.
think I
I
have
think we
played
should.
it.
Same thing over
I
and
think we
over
should
again.
hold
This
him
guy
down and
listens
give him a noogie.
This guy
I
listens
didn't have
to
one. That
4 on the
sounds
floor house music at 170 BPM
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
same
yeah.
shit going on the entire time,
No,
and
that's
says
not
that
true.
and says that
That's
that
definitely
funk
not
music
true.
is repetitive.
Because the drum
I don't
beat
get
is-
that.
you're better off alone?
Yeah, and that's all that people
Do you
think dance
think you're
music is.
better?
Okay.
I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, I understand the production stuff on that side as
No, you
well.
don't.
I do get it.
No, you don't.
Okay, I do get it. But
Because you wouldn't be saying all that.
but
that
you
it's
wouldn't
the
be
same.
but you wouldn't be saying it. You wouldn't be saying that about funk if you understood funk at all.
But so you're not gonna concede with me that the fucking electric piano is playing the exact same thing over and over and over again.
I'm saying that it works as a collective
There's
unit.
not a
It's
new sound that
it's
he's
a sum of all
doing.
parts.
Or she, 2021, or them.
Are you saying Ravel's Bolero is bad?
No, I don't think
It's
any
the same
of it's
thing over and over
bad.
again.
I'm just trying to say that as a musician to play that live, it's boring. I don't like you said, like comping. I don't like. I'm not
It's
a
important.
comper.
It's important.
Yeah, but you're
to have that.
supporting the vocalist.
Yeah.
I get that. I know how to do it, and I will
Well,
do it. And
do you?
Oh, fuck off.
I'm
And
just
I'll
joking.
do it.
fucking with
I'll
you.
do it. Not the best of the best, but I'll do it passingly well enough to keep my job. But I don't want to do it. You know what I'm trying to say?
What do
Yeah.
you want to do?
I want to fucking be a rock star and fucking. I want to be Eddie
Solo.
Van Halen.
You just want to play
I wanna
G.
be Van Halen.
You want to play G minor chord and be like, "Wah, G minor,"
Yeah. Well,
and then just
I would
fucking
do
shred.
and
yeah,
shred
I want to shred. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna
with like
shred.
one of those like sine wave solo tones.
You're right. You get me.
No, bro, I get it.
You
I
get
play
me.
keys too.
You get me.
I get it.
Yes, I want to do that.
People hate that though.
I know.
They like funk.
Yeah, I know.
People love funk.
They love funk.
Can't deny the funk.
I was supposed to be born in 1970 and fucking lived through the fucking
English
80s.
prog rock, bro.
Oh, when
yes,
funk was
Genesis.
huge? Yeah, no, that's totally, that makes sense.
When fucking Gary Newman was huge is what
Also
I was trying
funk,
to go to.
though.
That's 1980.
That's what I'm trying to say in the 80s. What? Gary Newman wasn't funk. Fuck you.
No, I said, but also funk was big at that time.
But actually, a
is
lot
what
of
I'm saying.
a lot of those
Yeah.
synth pop bands were very funk influenced.
Yeah, look
yeah,
at
they were influenced, but they didn't keep it up.
look
though.
at they didn't keep- look at Talking Heads.
Here in my car.
Yeah.
Talking
I
Heads
feel
had a
safe
lot of
and
fun. You
stuff.
listen to that.
I'm gonna
What was
get
that first?
canceled.
What was that first Talking Heads album called?
It was called Head Talk.
I don't think so.
I love the Talking Heads.
But
that would be a good one,
super
close
funk
to,
influence,
close
man,
to close
big
to
time.
Pink Floyd that had lasting that at least is timeless.
Yeah, and it's
It's-
weird, artsy, like art
It's
school guy.
very very different, and then it's timeless, and then every single generation loves it.
And from what I've seen, that last tour he did looked freaking incredible.
The one
Yeah.
that he did at the
I
Jackson
wish
Hole
I'd gone.
Theater. Yeah, I didn't go either. It looked
so-
ridiculous.
so
to me.
How many people you think actually got that said they were getting it?
Oh,
that they're
about
like
5%, maybe.
Right, they're like, bro, it's so cool. I'm
About
like,
as many people
you
that killed coronavirus.
Hey.
Am I right? Or the coronavirus killed. Sorry.
Wow.
Anyways.
Wow. Wow. You can't say that.
I just got over COVID. I'm good. I can say whatever I want.
I had it too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, we're
It got me
survivors,
for,
bro.
got me for about 4 days.
I still
Same
have
about 4
I had
days.
a little bit of a fever, a little chills. I got real tired. I lost about 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And then when I got out of it, I was like, what?
Yeah. Well, you know, it affects everybody differently, but you know, I mean, yeah. But anyways, I don't want to get into all that. I was trying to make it just a
We
funny
were having
joke.
a good conversation
But anyways,
about timeless music like Pink Floyd.
no. So okay, but the show that
They did with when it was like 16 people. And,
Yeah.
you look at it and it's like obviously this guy is like completely autistic. Because
See,
he is.
that's
he is
more
autistic.
controversial. Yeah,
brilliant.
But,
But
yeah.
he is autistic.
He's brilliant.
and you just
He's like
see it.
Frank Zappa to me.
Yeah.
He's completely fucking brilliant, interesting, amazing thinker.
Yeah.
But I don't really listen to his music a huge amount.
Well, I don't listen
I like
to his
it when
music.
I
I like
hear
the
it.
Talking Heads, but I don't listen to him. But okay, so here's kind of a funny sideline, but it's actually true. Is that we were doing a show one time with Ben Strock and the Full Electric. Shout out to
Amazing.
those guys. I love Ben.
Ben's the shit.
So I walked in.
On him naked?
I walked in to 1904
through the back door window.
through the back door window, through the bathroom window.
Bathroom.
So
Did I have that lyric wrong my entire life?
Yeah, it's bathroom
it's
window.
definitely a bathroom window.
Came
for
in through the bathroom window.
damn it.
Yeah, everyone
by
knows
a
that.
silver
man.
spoon.
Yeah.
Oh, we can talk about that in a minute. But so I walked into 1904. I see Ben, and he's just like, "How you doing? How you enjoying the show, man?" And I was like, "Good, I'm just hanging out. It hasn't started." He's like, "No, it's happening." I was like, "What are you
What?
talking about?" It's like, this is Ben Strock and the Full Electric. It's a completely immersive experience. I was like, he was like, this conversation right now.
called
This is
the
all
Full
part of the show.
Electric.
This conversation that we're having. This is part of the show. I'm like cracking up, but at the same
so
time,
genius.
if you want to talk about
No,
actually
fuck that. That's fucking
seriously, no,
hilarious.
it's hilarious.
Performance art.
But if you want to talk about actually
Part of the
game
show.
changers, the day that somebody comes up with the idea of you living your life as part of their act,
Oh my
that is
God.
the next game changer.
I think you just invented it.
Well,
Anton.
that was the scene from.
I think you
I'll-
just changed the game, bro.
I'll sort of put it into motion. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
that
I
was
go-
a scene from that book, Infinite Jest, by David Foster Wallace. His dad was a videographer.
You read books?
Yeah, sometimes.
Wow.
And he had a camera set up to put on the screen, and all it was just a video of the crowd, and the crowd was watching themselves the whole time, and that was the whole movie.
That's that's like John Cage, right? Who's just like,
Oh, fuck that
what's
guy.
that 415
Silence,
or whatever? Was just complete silence.
He's a
and
fucking genius.
Whatever's going on in that moment.
He originally was
basically-
called 415 You Suck. But then he was like, you know what? His publisher was like, you can't put that at the end.
Was that part?
It's not going to be commercial enough. We won't be able to get it on a radio.
Can you imagine that song getting radio
Johnny
play?
Cage, Mortal Kombat.
I love Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
They're making a new movie, by the way.
Really?
It's releasing next month. It looks really good. The
It
trailer's
looks
got me
really
very
s-
excited.
that's
You know what movie
Stupid.
I'm going to go see?
What?
At the St. Augustine, the big theater.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The amphitheater. The
no,
amp.
no. What's that movie theater? It's called a
There's a movie like an old school.
like a big
timey
no.
movie
It's
theater?
it's the big
A
thing.
drive-in?
Oh God damn it!
That's okay. What's in the movie?
They play laser discs there.
King Kong versus Godzilla.
Nah.
Oh, that looks. I didn't see a
I
trailer
don't like
for that. I don't
monster
know.
movies. I don't like horror movies
You
either.
know,
And I
there's a
don't
lot
like
of things
metal.
wrong with you, Bill.
Yeah, like
Oh, we know.
the Venn diagram of me and Tom is
Piano.
We play piano. That's it.
We do piano. We're
That's
human, mostly.
Well, it's also classical music. You guys.
Yeah,
like
and
that
classical.
as
I can
well.
talk to you all day about classical
Yeah.
music because that's what I grew up on. But yeah, that and yeah, now I'm learning like you're all metal and horror movies.
but I feel like classical music is metal,
It is that.
very metal.
It is that.
I don't think fucking Johann Sebastian Bach was like I'm making metal for
It's
the
metal.
Lord.
What are you talking about? It's super metal.
Metal.
Yeah. That's the
if,
most
if you
metal
listen to
of
the,
all
no,
of
if you listen
them.
to the harmony of metal music though, and what they're doing, and the way and how highly composed it is,
Yeah.
it definitely takes much
But-
more from classical than it does
Oh,
from,
yeah,
from
like,
anything
There's
else.
this
Totally
organ
classical.
player you got to follow on Instagram named Thomas Mellon, Mellon.
Yeah.
This kid is disgustingly good. He played all the 10 first book of Chopin etudes on the organ,
Cool.
and he orchestrated them for the organ with the pedals. It's
Oh,
freaking
Oh, with the bass and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, with the Taurus bass
It's-
stuff?
No, a pipe organ,
Oh, a pipe organ.
a real organ.
Wow.
It's insane. He's insanely talented.
Thomas Mellon?
Mellon, yeah. And then every now and then he's like a big Yngwie Malmsteen fan. So
Who'd
here's
you say?
you don't know who Yngwie Malmsteen is?
No.
Guitar Shred. Oh man, he don't know who Yngwie is. Oh wow.
Why is he?
We
really
have
good
some
or
listening
something?
homework. No, he's the original like
He's-
harmonic minor Guitar Shred.
He's probably like one of my least favorite guitar
Don't-
players of all
don't
time.
play
but-
guitar.
He does the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't play guitar. What do
You don't
want
have
say?
to, but he's just one of those guys. He's like what? He's like kind of like an Eddie Van Halen in the sense where even if you don't play guitar, you know who he is.
Well, what was this? What song?
He
did
has
you
no
write?
popular songs.
Then why should you? Why are you giving me that face when I don't know who he is?
Because everybody knows who he is.
Well, fuck. I'm living under a rock. I don't
Living
know what to
under
tell
a
you.
rock.
But anyways,
All right,
he
so-
looks really upset.
I mean, I'm just shocked.
Shut.
I'm not upset. I'm surprised.
I'm not angry.
I
at
like how
you.
you-
I'm disappointed.
I like how you look at the camera every time you say something crazy. It's almost like we're in an episode of The Office.
No, I do this all the time.
I
because
know.
I'm always
On camera.
This is the Billy Bagley experience.
This is the
This is the
Hey,
show.
hey,
You're at the show
hey,
right
hey,
now.
Yeah, the
Question,
show- it's
question.
immersive,
It's
yeah.
immersive.
Question, since this is my episode.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Tom.
Lamb Lies Down on Broadway.
What?
Lamb Lies Down on Broadway.
Never heard of it. What do you want me to say, man?
Is that Broadway
Oy,
music?
oy vey.
I'm not a big
Oy
show
vey.
tunes guy.
Oh,
me
these
neither.
kids.
Not
Help
a big,
the kids.
not a big show tunes
What?
guy. I gotta say.
No, it's Genesis. Peter Gabriel.
Oh,
Lamb
I
Lies
love-
Down on Broadway.
love
do like
the,
Genesis.
the double album.
Oh, okay. What was the song after
I-
that?
Lamb Lies Down on Broadway.
Never heard
I only
of it.
listened to the
And
first,
Carpet Crawlers.
I only listened to the first full.
haven't
Like
heard
the,
that either.
the only Genesis I've really listened to is actually it's because you and I spoke about like 70s prog, and I was kind of picking your brain. I was asking you who to listen to.
Yeah.
You were like, "Yo, early Genesis," and I was like, "Okay." So I listened to the whole first record.
It's go later. Go to the Lamb Lies Down.
Okay, the first record was great though.
Oh yeah, it's totally great.
I also listened to Ian Anderson. What's
Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull.
How
Jesus
about
Christ.
UK?
I didn't listen to them.
UK.
The country.
Let me just tell you the members. Let me just tell you the members of UK the band. Alan Holdsworth,
Oh,
Bill Bruford,
okay,
John Wetton
okay.
from King Crimson
Okay,
and
I was about to
Asia.
say I was thinking about King Crimson. Okay.
King Crimson and Asia, and then Eddie Jobson, who was in Roxy Music. But this dude,
Late Night at the Roxbury.
no, Roxy Music. Eddie Jobson is a freak of freaks.
Okay.
He's an amazing keyboardist, but also equally as good on violin.
Okay.
So UK had Alan Holdsworth, Bill Bruford, John Wetton, their first album is just like a masterpiece of prog.
UK is the name of the band.
It's called UK.
I'm gonna check that out. That sounds
You
amazing.
absolutely should.
Okay.
Absolutely should. Absolutely. And it's classical. It's composed music.
Well, I don't listen to classical that much anymore, but
That's because you're lame.
yeah.
You'd probably enjoy it
What's
though.
your favorite classical piano song?
We don't call them songs.
They're pieces.
In classical.
Don't you
We call
fucking
them
know that, bro.
pieces, bro.
I feel so attacked right now.
Just
All I'm trying to... welcome to my house, by the way.
yeah.
Cheers.
No, I'm just teasing. I'll tell you mine is Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto No. 1.
Oh, yeah. B
That's-
flat?
Yeah, I thought it was in D. Did you say D?
B flat.
I thought it was D flat. I don't know. Yeah. I never played it before.
B flat.
I thought it was. I got the record and everything like that. Maybe they played another key or something. But
Or the section you looked at was B flat minor.
just the beginning of it's B flat minor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the opposite of D flat, isn't it?
No. Yeah, but
Classical players think it's so diatonically,
It's
it
in
drives me
B-flat.
fucking crazy.
It's in the minor.
it's a concerto in B flat.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's my favorite song.
Tom, what is it with classical players and them and a lot of times it's everything's so diatonic.
What do
you know what I mean?
What's
everything's
diatonic mean?
Okay, so everything's like okay. Well, you're right. For those who don't know, diatonic is basically
diet like with vodka.
so diatonic is basically just.
You got the joke.
I get it. Bro.
You
It's
don't
funny.
understand jokes.
Yeah, I've made 0 today that were good. So
Yeah,
di-
and the sky is blue. We know these.
so diatonic. Do you really not know what it means?
It's diatonic means like the just normal scale, right? That's
Yeah,
Ionian,
it's basically just
right?
playing through a scale, right?
Ionian
But
is a normal scale, right?
It's
and diatonic means
diatonic is just playing the scale
It's just
through.
playing the
So
scale.
it
Well,
doesn't matter what
stop,
scale.
stop,
Doesn't
stop,
matter what
stop,
scale
stop,
it is.
stop.
see.
Diatonic,
I see. He knows
7
more.
note scale.
Yeah.
Pentatonic,
5 note scale. Yeah. Okay.
Well, shouldn't it be 10? Diad 10.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so listen. So, anyways, the issue that so a lot of not the issue, but like what I've noticed a lot of the times, like if I'm talking to you, if I'm talking to Aaron, another classical percussionist, where it's like everything. When I'm if I say like okay, this is in B flat minor, it's okay. Well, then the root is what G major or sorry
D flat major.
D flat major, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then everything works in context to D flat major,
Yeah.
right? But like in my mind, if I say B flat minor, it's like, okay, well that could also mean that I'm playing like a B flat Dorian as well, or it could be like a Phrygian thing depending on what's being played.
What?
So there's a lot of times where I'll do a change.
Can you
like
give
for
me an
instance,
example?
yeah, like a minor. If I'm playing like a minor 1 to a dominant 4, right? That's
Got
a
it.
Dorian sound, right? So like, if I'm playing B flat minor, a lot of the times when I'm communicating to you, like wait, like a dominant 4, or I'll say this. I'll tell you like a chord tone of like a different chord or whatever, and you're like, that doesn't make any sense here. I'm like, it makes sense. You were talking about this chord being a Dorian version of a minor.
I'll be like, it's out of key.
Yeah, it's out of key.
Yeah, because
you'll
we're
say-
always like, you tell me that it's in this instead of you. Well, that's on you. You should have been like, well, it's in B flat Dorian. Then my brain goes, okay, that's fine.
yeah.
But you don't say that. You say it's in B flat, and then you go, okay, and then play E major. I'm like, well, that doesn't work. And then you're like, oh no, it does work. You're just not thinking outside the box. I'm like, oh, it's in Dorian, and I don't tell you this. Because in my head I've already said this, and I'm just like, oh, he didn't go to school.
No, well, it just. I'm just like for me, like I'm listening. So I learned through jamming, So it's like if someone says, "Hey, we're in the key of B minor," right?
Yeah.
But I hear dominant 4, then
yeah.
I know we're in B Dorian.
Okay,
Sure.
stop.
Yeah.
A lot of classical players don't hear dominant 4.
Yeah, because it's technically a harmonic minor.
Well, no,
at that
because a
point.
lot of let's just be honest.
Or harmonic
Bill,
minor would be
let's-
dominant
no,
5 with a minor 4.
Let's be honest. I'll let you calculate, but let's all get on the page here. A lot of classical players have shitty ears.
Yes.
Let's just be honest.
Billy
Yeah.
doesn't actually have shitty ears,
No,
but a lot of them do.
I didn't say that.
No, I know you
Because
didn't,
I
but
feel
yeah, a lot
like
of them do.
I'm an exception,
Yeah.
and I feel like Bill's probably an exception, and there's a lot of classical players that are the exception. But a lot of sheet music readers,
Yeah.
they can only play what they've memorized or read off the sheet music. And when you throw sounds at them, they can't reverse engineer the sound in their head to figure out what it is, which is what a jazz player or pop or rock player has to do.
Right.
It's a reverse engineering technique. You hear a sound, you put it into your brain, and you go, what is that sound? And you go, oh, that's that and that.
Right.
And then you recalculate that. And that's an area of study that a lot of classical players don't get to. Now, I'm gonna put a caveat at that. The high-level classical players hear all that shit.
Well, especially if you're a composer and not just someone who's
No,
reading.
even the players. Their
Really?
ears are tremendously good. They're all monsters on all levels. They may be stiff at improvising because they don't practice it, but aurally, A-U-R-A-L-L-Y, they hear it. I guarantee you. So I feel like at the advanced stage of musicianship, Bill, would you agree with this? Am I talking too loud?
No, I'm monitoring you fine.
Okay, great. The advanced stages of musicianship.
So when you do that, I gotta keep on going up
The
and down.
advanced stages of musicianship. No,
Okay.
the advanced stages of musician. I feel like the advanced jazz musician, the advanced rock musician, the advanced pop musician, Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, they have those skill sets.
Yeah.
They can think in those terms. They understand the theory, either through experience or through training,
Right.
and they can hear everything.
Right.
So I don't look at that anymore as like, oh, it's a genre-based thing. I think it's just a signal of how advanced you are as a musician.
Totally.
Stevie Wonder hears all that shit,
Yeah, but he was also like a
He's
trained
blind.
jazz musician.
but so does Beethoven,
yeah.
right? So if you're
He's
playing
also
a progression,
composer though.
He didn't hear anything.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
True. I'm gonna give you a point for that.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thanks.
Give you a point for that. But let me change that. Let's do a thought experiment here
Okay.
for our viewers.
All one.
Clara
Usually
Schumann, Robert Schumann's wife, is walks into a room and we're jamming.
Okay.
So, hey, what's up, Clara?
What's up, Clara? She had like 13 kids with him.
I don't even know who you're talking
She
about.
puts out, dude.
It's Robert Schumann's wife,
Who's Robert Schumann?
a composer from
composer.
back in the day
See,
that's
now
dead.
this isn't fair. Now I should be able to fucking rail him. You don't know who fucking
You
Robert
don't know who
Schumann
Robert
is?
Schumann is?
no
Go
idea.
fuck yourself.
Hey,
you know,
Bill,
I have no
what-
classical background.
what's
really.
up?
what a tool.
Yeah, you know
What
what?
a tool that guy is.
Fucking, why don't you go listen to something?
Oh,
from
I don't
him?
know
You
who
what?
Schumann is.
Me and the rest of America, I suppose.
Oh, are you
Are you?
are you
American?
racist against Asians? Because they know.
Yes, that was quite a leap, but I'll take it with you.
You know how many Asian kids know who Robert Schumann is?
I'm sure
because
a
they
lot
study
of them.
piano and violin and guitar.
That's right. Good old American culture.
I'm not even Asian. I know who Robert Schumann is. You
I'm
know?
just talking shit now. Okay, so what
Anyway,
was you
Robert
saying?
Schumann. So let's say
Hell of a guy.
Clara Schumann walks into the room.
Yeah.
Back then, they would be able to sit down and hear the progression and jam. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Bach?
You ever heard of him?
Yeah. Have you
Yeah,
heard of him?
I know who Bach is, yeah.
But you don't know who Schumann is?
He wrote that song in A, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Do you know who Haydn is?
Yes.
What did he
Liszt?
Yes.
Chopin?
Yes.
Dvorak?
No.
write? Well, that's kind of a rare one, but yeah. Of course, yeah, I know Dvorak, of course.
How about
What about Handel?
Rachmaninoff, Handel, yes. Yep.
Really? You know Handel?
Yeah, I took
Tchaikovsky?
yes, I took classical piano lessons when I was a kid. I just didn't
Jonathan
I
Taylor
stopped when I was
Thomas.
young, so I didn't get super deep. You know what I mean?
Sinbad.
All the stuff that I did was like pretty surface. Yeah, Sinbad, great. Yeah.
Debussy?
Yes, I know. More because of you though. I learned about Debussy because of you.
really?
He's
Yeah,
one of my
that's
favorites.
pretty cool. Yeah, Debussy's the man.
Also,
Ravel.
it's a
Yeah,
false
Ravel's great,
narrative
too.
that Debussy was like kind of one of the earlier
Started jazz.
musicians.
I mean, he did.
I've listened to a lot of him at this point, and I hear virtually no jazz. at
Yeah,
all
I
in
have to
that.
completely disagree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he-
Gollywog's Cakewalk?
Maybe some of the harmony is like
Yeah,
that, but,
and the
but
harmony,
it all
really,
sounds.
that's what it is.
but
it's
it
the
all sounds
harmonies
very
and
classical to me.
As a piano player, like the block chords beneath everything that he did,
Okay.
and then also the,
I think Anton's, you're smoking crack, bro.
the rhythm,
No, I-
rhythm and timing that he did behind everything.
The
was
ninths and the
so-
13s and all the
yeah.
chords.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Maybe some of the harmony, but to say they weren't using 9s and 13s in classical music before
Not
him
really.
is
Not the same way.
Not the
not
same
in the same
way.
No
way.
way.
Can you give me an example of where they might have used?
Let me give you an
I
example of
don't think Mozart ever
Debussy
used one.
creating a lot of harmony bedrock that became jazz harmony.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm saying like
all
like,
of it. That's an example. Everything.
Everything.
Okay, no, but give me an example of like of a classical composer from a few hundred years ago that maybe was using 13s or 9s in a different
Liszt.
context.
Franz
Yeah,
Liszt.
Franz Liszt would be a
Okay.
good one.
Chopin.
Okay.
Chopin was
So
pretty good at
all
making
over
those-
the place.
Yeah.
So
a
what?
lot of ninths on Chopin.
So
13th.
what way?
yeah, well, you know. But
I'm actually curious. So I'm
But
really
he
curious.
wasn't- he
In
wasn't-
what way were they using them versus the way that Debussy was using them?
He
That would
wasn't-
switch up the genre.
No. Stop. Debussy was modal before modalism was a thing.
yeah, cloud.
He was going up and down the scale with chord block shapes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like a jazz pianist would do. Quartal harmonies,
Yeah.
root, fourth, flat seventh, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I see.
Very strong tensions
Yeah.
in chord shapes and pentatonics. Lots of pentatonics.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right on the cusp of the 20s movement of blues and jazz. man.
Yeah, I know when he was. I listened to a lot of the music. I'm like, this all, and especially the phrasing. It's all still very classical when you listen to it.
Yeah, but it got so far away from the romanticism.
It's not
style.
bebop.
It's not. Yeah,
It's not bebop.
Yeah,
It's
but
the-
I'm not even
it's
talking
the-
about bebop. I'm just talking about
it was the start of it, like getting away from classical into something else. Like it's not going to be fucking, what's the craziest jazz player ever?
I didn't say it was
Miles
gonna be
Davis.
that.
It's not Miles Davis.
I didn't expect it to be that. I was just when I listened to it, I'm like, I'm also not trained in that way, so I hear, I'm like, yeah, this sounds like classical music to me. I don't hear
I can see
some
that.
of the harmony for sure. Where I'm like, okay, I see what's happening
Or
here.
like
But-
the first Arabesque. You know that one? That he's playing two different rhythms with two hands. It's like three. It's 4/4 over 3/4 the whole
but
time.
that happened in classical polyrhythms
Absolutely
and
Chopin did 5/4
Absolutely, yeah.
It
regularly.
was the same
So
time.
did Beethoven.
The romantic period is the same time as Chopin was. He
okay,
was.
but
He was a little bit
Beethoven
later.
though,
No.
1700s.
Absolutely did. What are you
did he
talking
do?
about?
What did he do?
Appassionata.
You are not
5/4.
going to get Tom on classical music. I'm sorry.
6/5 actually in parts, I believe, if I remember right.
That's hard.
There was polyrhythms and rhythmic illusions going on in
Absolutely.
classical music before Debussy was doing
But
it.
it
But
wasn't-
Debussy was using it in the way that early jazz musicians use. Now, here's where I think you're wrong.
Yeah.
Here's how you're wrong. Everything. No.
Everything. Everything he's wrong.
Sound like
the
my
way,
girlfriend.
the way
Jesus.
the way I would say you're wrong
Just
is I
joking.
think you're missing the point.
I'm
The
sorry.
original geniuses of American blues
Yeah.
invented a style of music that had never happened on this earth, and they deserve all the credit they should get because it's a lot. Because look at music today would not exist. None of the music today would exist without them.
blues, yeah.
So these guys and girls that created this completely unique genre of music that blended traditional African music with, I'm assuming, and I'm sure there's a musicologist that knows better than me, the Celtic music that they heard.
They folk music. And
Yeah,
stuff,
the folk music that came over from the UK.
Right.
They took the best elements of both and created that. I read that these cakewalks were making fun of the slave owners because the slaves made fun of how the slave owners danced waltzes, and then it became popular amongst the slave owners, and the slaves were laughing at them because they were doing these goofy dances.
Yeah.
Which is pretty epic in its own little subversive way.
Totally. And how modern culture has embraced it. It's hilarious. It's awesome.
Yes, it's pretty cool actually, and I don't think necessarily they copied Debussy. I think they were hearing Debussy, and like a magician of synthesis, which is what I feel like those guys were. They took what they heard, mutated it, and threw it into their music. So Charlie Parker wasn't really stealing Stravinsky, but he was hearing Stravinsky and going, oh, I like that. In my thing I'm doing, I'm gonna bring some of that in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of those guys were going to like art schools and stuff
Sure.
like that though. So they were pretty hip to what was going on in classical
Yeah.
music.
But I don't think they were trying to be Stravinsky.
Right.
I think they were like, I'm doing this thing, and maybe Stravinsky gave them permission to try this
Yeah.
in their thing. And that's where you got this explosion of harmonic ideas. Because a lot of Parker stuff, if you look at it, maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm going to qualify that in my own very limited knowledge, because I'm sure there's a jazz, musicologist that'll slaughter me on that. He would, they're rooted in blues and 2/5/1s based on blues. But then you look at harmonically what he's doing with the melodies,
Right.
and you're like, dude, he's getting out.
A lot of tritone subs.
He's doing all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
And when you hear a solo, you're like, this dude's going like ape shit.
Yeah, totally.
In a good way, ape shit.
Totally, yeah.
And you're like, okay, that's that harmonic vocabulary that he's synthesizing, which I think every musician does.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure, man. I'm sitting there just like doing chromatic runs and hitting wrong notes so I land on the right one all the time. So, I mean, and then everyone's like, oh, you sound like a jazz musician. I'm like, trust me, I don't.
No,
Don't.
not at all. Not a good one.
Not a good one. And the jazz guys know it. Trust me when they hear it.
I think one more step after Debussy was George Gershwin, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's who made it more popular and everything like that. Or at least he was the most popular one at that time.
Yeah, but he was
But
more of a classical composer that
Right.
borrowed from jazz.
But it seems like, just on the timeline of things, it seemed like they both just hit at the same time. Blues.
Have you ever heard that Russian composer that wrote those crazy jazz etudes, Kasputin?
No.
Oh, bro, I got to send you these.
Oh, great.
They're the most nastiest, technically
Classical
difficult.
jazz.
No,
No?
it's a badass.
It is? Okay.
It's a Russian guy
Ugh.
that was a trained
Australia.
dude, and he just loved jazz. So he
Yeah.
would write written out things that sounded like jazz.
Yeah.
Nigh impossible to play.
It's impossible to play?
Almost impossible to play. Like only the best of the best of the best can pull it off with any kind of like flow.
Yeah.
He's telling you it can't be done, Bill.
I'm telling you, it's pretty hard.
Well, I already know a couple of things that can't be. You can't play Rachmaninoff. I can. I got tiny little hands.
What's your what can you reach?
I can. Ninth.
Ninth?
Yeah, that's it.
I can reach an 11th.
Good for you, kid. Do you know what I've seen?
Everybody looks at me because I'm short and stubby. They think I have small hands, and I
Yeah.
go, "Poosh, 11th, baby.
I'm short and stubby and have small hands. The
Hold your
Lord,
hand up.
the Lord gifted me. Yeah, see, it's a good size. Have you ever tasted heaven in a glass? Do you pine for the hoppiest brews and palest ales? Do you like food? If so, then Wicked Barley is the oasis that your mouth has been wishing for, walking into the complete barren wasteland that is your life. Wicked Barley is located in Jacksonville, Florida, nestled on the banks of Goodpeace Creek. Wicked Barley aims to provide its guests with a wicked experience, offering over 18 house-brewed beers, ciders, and meads on tap. They also have an expansive gastropub-style food menu, including burgers, salads, sandwiches, and more. Whether you are a newcomer or a craft beer connoisseur, there's a little something for everyone at Wicked Barley. Visit them at 4100 Bay Meadows Drive and tell them Bottom of the Bill sent you. Do you know what I've seen on TikTok that you haven't seen yet? Apparently, as a guitarist, over the years, you can't make your hands line up as a guitarist.
What?
Can you do that?
now.
You can do that? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If you spread them apart as far as possible,
You see how
your
my
left
hand's
your left hand will go farther.
My left hand's also just like longer in general.
You got long ass fingers.
Yeah. Why don't you?
Left hand me.
Left hand?
Left. Wait. What?
Left hand.
Yeah.
How about the same?
Tony Fox. We all know this.
Close.
Close, yeah.
Mine are stubbier though.
I should have been like that's why I took piano lessons when I was a kid, because they were like his fingers are perfect for piano. And then I took piano lessons, and then I was I was learning under this guy from UM, and
Marvin Schmegel.
Alberto was his name.
You know Marvin?
You know
Yeah.
Marvin.
Schmegel.
But I was doing like the Hal Leonard books and that kind of stuff at first. And then we started getting into like Bach and Rachmaninoff, but like very simple versions of their songs.
A simple Rachmaninoff.
And then
Doesn't happen.
Just a simple Sergi.
and then I was like, and then I got.
Oh, Serg.
Old Serg.
The whole the whole issue for me was like I was really into the Beatles and Elvis and Little Richard and like early rock stuff. And
Can I just say something about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Gay.
Yeah, pretty gay.
Well,
No offense.
so that's what I want, but that's what I wanted to play. Even songs I was like writing like at that time were like these 1-4-5 kind of boogie woogie
Can I pause you?
tunes. Yeah,
Yesterday is a masterpiece.
an amazing song.
That's an amazing
Did
freaking
you know that's the
Amazing.
most covered song of all time?
Is it really?
Yep.
It's
So-
an amazing song.
So I got frustrated with my parents because it was like every day you practice for an hour and then you have your piano lessons once a week, and I was like, I like Beethoven, I like Mozart, I like this stuff. I don't want to play classical music though. I want to play rock. That's what I want to do.
Did your dad not like turn you on to Rick Wakeman?
My dad turned me on to all kinds of hip shit. My dad's a bass player
Keyboard
and
Jesus.
in a rock band. You know what I mean? But
For real.
He's the
but
best.
like a really good like rock band, not like one of those bar bands you see around.
Yeah.
Like a really good rock band. So he would.
You mean not like the Anton Hustle Band?
The Anton Hustle Band, not like those guys. But that was like my whole issue. So I was like, I don't want to play piano anymore. And I stopped playing piano at 10 years old or 11 years old, and then
downhill from there.
Bad life decision.
Downhill from
and then when
there.
you start learning guitar?
14.
How are you doing good at that?
Well, the thing with guitar is the problem with
You
that.
don't have to be any good.
There's that,
You
and
can just turn your amp up real loud.
It's just loud. You just be loud.
Just be loud.
Yeah, I understand how it works.
Be like,
I know that you understand how
How's that
that works
work?
because your synth is loud as shit on stage.
It does cut, I will say.
So when I started playing guitar,
Sausage,
though,
baby.
I didn't really practice at all until I was like 21 years old.
we know.
yeah.
Yeah, getting it back from Tom. All right.
So you're
I have to
prodigy?
defend Bill a little bit.
Of course, you got to
Thank
defend
you.
Bill. I'm still getting hired on your gigs sometimes. Or at least
This is
Carrie
absolutely
gigs.
true.
So
You're my first call. Carrie's like, who should we get on guitar? Call my bro Anton.
yeah, that's right. 'Cause
Call Anton.
he can kind of
Well,
fake
what
his
am I
way
gonna-
through some
unless
jazz.
you're, what I'm gonna like sit in for you. How's that gonna work?
No one's saying. No
I'd
one's
let
saying.
you sit in.
And to replace you?
Sure.
That doesn't make any sense.
These gigs don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah,
These
they're all
don't matter
cool.
at all.
You just take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just walk out of the room. Just walk out of the room.
All right.
All right. Well, it's time has flown by on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Shit. Yeah.
I have that effect.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, we should probably get to unpopular opinions.
Really?
Oh,
Already?
boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
So-
for coming, Tom.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, we're not done yet. We're just getting into these a little bit.
We're
you
not
know.
finished
It's
yet.
been
Steak's
fun.
Done.
Steak's
It's been fun.
done. Yeah. We get
It's been
it.
fun.
Okay. So I'll go first.
This
Since you
is
went
my.
first last
this
time.
is my.
So you're asking me.
That's hilarious.
So you're asking
Like my
me.
memories. That's Sean.
Sean's really excited.
So
to
this
be
whole
in the
unpopular
studio.
opinion is about me
No.
answering.
No.
Oh, just general.
Just
Oh.
an unpopular opinion means for the populace of humanity, it's not a popular
Okay,
opinion.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go first since you went first last time. Is
I'm
that okay?
surprised you remember that, considering our, Oh no, wait, we had a podcast last
Actually, no.
week.
Wait, you went first last time because I went
Je
first
ne
last
sais
time.
pas.
Go ahead. You go first. You go first. You go first.
All right.
I don't speak Spanish.
That's French. But anyways, my first one is A Knight's Tale is one of the best movies ever made.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, is that a surprise to you?
No. It was
Wasn't that the dude that died?
yeah, Heath Ledger.
Heath
Heath
Ledger.
Ledger.
He was a great actor, but if you just watch that start to finish, it's great. They do this thing where it's like all medieval times or whatever, but that they have a complete like popular soundtrack. Like the beginning of it is "We Will Rock You" and everything like that, and people are like stopping and clapping to it. It's funny. It's tongue in cheek. It's just about the boys like doing something and like becoming something. It's great. I love that movie.
Nice. Well, I haven't seen it.
But anyways,
Have you seen it, Tom?
I have.
You have seen it?
Yes.
What'd you
I
think
love
of it?
it.
I like all things medieval
You
because
think-
my other passion in
Maybe
life
it's
is
not
history.
popular then.
History.
I just didn't think it was like amazing. I thought it was
I
alright.
watched it again and I was like putting it because I watched it when I was a
Did you see In
No
the Name of
offense,
the
like
Rose, Umberto Eco's In the Name of the Rose with
no,
Sean
I don't
Connery?
Think no, I haven't seen that one.
It's like the dark version of that.
Oh, really? So it's
Yeah.
a remake? I didn't know that.
No. Umberto
just-
Eco is like a legit amazing Italian writer. He wrote a story called In the Name of the Rose.
And Sean Connery plays
Sean Connery
a
is,
knight?
he plays a monk.
Oh, you know what? I think I have seen like videos of that.
No, you haven't.
I know. I
No,
like,
you're
I've
lying
seen,
now.
I've seen like pictures of
He's
them.
lying.
I see pictures. I saw someone post about it on Yelp. one
I saw
time.
you talk about it right now, and all of a sudden now I've seen it.
I talked to a guy.
Okay.
Yeah, was his name Tom Bennett on
Yeah.
our podcast
I
today?
talked to a guy with a beard who's fat.
But anyways, I was watching it through the scope of like like you watch like in like The Godfather like as an adult. I'm like, this movie's really good. Like there's
Yeah.
the
It's a great
editing's-
movie.
The editing is perfect. Like there's no like holes in it at all. It's just seamless.
I just watched
some-
Goodfellas again for the first time in
Great
a while.
flick.
I love mob movies, man.
Yeah.
They're my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
My problem with my movies is really
What?
I know there's really dudes out there that are assholes like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I really hate that.
Yeah.
I
we
really hate
glorify
those
it.
people. Like, fuck those guys.
Yeah, totally.
Fuck those guys. I know if you probably grew up in those areas, like there's like almost a charm or like a sentimentality about it.
Yeah.
Or nostalgia. Those guys were jackasses.
They were assholes, the worst
Total
people.
douchebags.
But I still love the movies though. I can't get over
But
it.
to be fair, the Knights in the Middle Ages. total
Same way.
jackasses and douchebags.
Every era has their mafia, so to
Yes.
speak.
No,
so.
this was you should watch it. If
What was your
A nice
unpopular
all right,
opinion?
next one. Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, we got three.
so mine's not quite as controversial, or maybe it is. I don't really mind rats that much.
The animal.
The animal.
You know what? That's great because this place is infested.
Yeah.
I feel bad when I see those videos of rats getting like killed in the traps. It really hurts.
Yeah,
my
I don't
soul.
like seeing that kind of stuff. Yeah. Here's the thing. Okay, I don't want them infesting my house and destroying the infrastructure where I can't live in it anymore.
But they're animals; they deserve to live too.
Yeah, but they don't have to live in my house. However, I don't want them to die. Like for instance, we were having a bit of a rat issue.
You had one too over on your side
a
too?
while back. Oh, my side. I
that
live
bulldog-
5 minutes from here.
That bulldog wasn't eating the rats.
It's not Riverside.
Oh no, she doesn't get in the attic. That's where they were.
Oh, they're in the
Yeah.
attic.
Yeah.
I was gonna
That's-
say if a
that's where
rat
I
was
got
in the yard,
mine.
that dog would tear that shit up.
Well, she's kind of. I love my dog to death, and she's a killer for sure when she needs to be.
Yeah.
She couldn't catch a rat though.
You'd be surprised, man. Dogs
I
are pretty
would be.
amazing hunters.
No, they are when they
Yeah.
when they're trained to. My dog is a complete idiot, and I love her to death. She's amazing.
She's a
But
happy dog.
She is a happy
a
dog.
lover.
She will definitely kill a cat or a squirrel if she can get her hands on one. But good luck, girl.
luck
I'm
getting
sorry.
one. Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, rats. We had the maintenance person come through and put some rat poison in the attic, and I was like, well, is
Are
there
you
any way
still
you
at the same house?
yeah, in Lakeshore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, can you just maybe find the rats and remove them? Like, I don't
Doesn't
want
work like
I
that.
don't want you to poison the
Nah, it
rats.
doesn't
So
work
like,
like
well,
that with rats.
sorry, man, we got to do that. But also, people get so freaked out when they see a rat.
They breed so fast. Like if you don't kill them, like 2 rats becomes like 40.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
And
welcome to my house.
but
That's what I've been dealing with for the past.
You really have rats?
I have pest control come back every single week, every 2 days here to get the rats out of my house.
Damn.
But I just
Yeah,
don't get
it's
why
been
people
pretty
are
bad.
afraid of them. That's
I'm
my
not.
whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not afraid
I
either.
see them just like, oh, what a cute little
I
rodent.
think it's from the old times where if you had rats,
They're
you know,
just
you know
disgusting.
that
They're not
that's some
afraid.
bubonic
you know the
plague
thing about
shit.
like don't let the bed bugs bite. That's real.
Well, yeah,
'Cause
bed
people
bugs
used
are
to
fucking
sleep-
gross.
No, in the
though.
Middle Ages when you went to bed, you were getting bit by bed bugs.
Yeah,
So there was all kind of pests like rats and stuff, and rats carry diseases, and
totally.
they get in your food.
So it's like a primal
And they,
fear.
they just
I think
pee
it's
the
a
whole
very
time when they
gut-level
walk.
fear.
They're
Yeah.
disgusting creatures, but at the same time, I'm right there with you. Like I don't want to kill one either.
I don't. They're cute. I like them. You
They're
know, I had
really
a friend
cute.
that had an albino rat as a pet when we were
Yeah,
younger.
they make good pets. They're smart little animals.
Yeah, they are
It's-
smart.
It is a shame that nature's so evil.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
can't kill them. They won't die.
Yeah. So-
We got one, and I've seen like 10 here, and they're like we only got one.
They're smart and they're fast.
Yeah, they're smart and
Yeah.
fast, and they keep on getting in my trash.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your second unpopular opinion?
I think there needs to be major gun reform. I'm tired of people shooting up fucking supermarkets.
I'm not touching that one.
Well, I'm just trying to say it's a very unpopular opinion, but I just think that maybe
it's also pretty popular if you can consider the audience that you're going to be that's
no,
gonna be hearing this.
it's something that comes up, and I just think I'm not trying to be like this is a political podcast now, but for fuck's sake, stop shooting people and stop letting people have fucking guns. I don't understand what the big deal is.
Okay, that's you, and you
Not
can believe
touching that with a 400-foot pole.
And you,
Whatever.
and Bill, you can believe that.
Yeah.
So my second unpopular
Keep
opinion
going forward.
is
It's really unpopular if you don't want to talk about it.
it's
No,
I
keep
would
going.
I
No,
would
keep
love
going.
to dive in, but I'm not going to do it in front of people.
Yeah.
So
No way.
All right.
I don't see the hype about Chick-fil-A.
What?
I don't either.
Fuck you.
Okay.
I don't either.
Well,
Okay.
hang on.
I'm with you.
And here's the thing.
Is it just a chicken sandwich? I understand. But
Yeah,
have
that's what I'm talking
Have
about.
you had the milkshakes?
Yeah, I've had it. It's
and,
fine.
And the
It's
chicken,
fine.
the waffle fries.
Yeah, the
And the
fries are
lemonade.
the
The
fries
fries
are
aren't that-
mediocre
and the
at
soup.
best.
Great.
I literally like McDonald's, Burger King, fucking. The only fries that are like
Trash.
worse than Chick-fil-A's are probably Wendy's. I would
Okay,
say.
let
Wendy's
me
fries.
throw- hey,
I
can
can
I
agree
throw
with you.
something
That's
out?
the worst fries.
You know who needs to get some love?
Who?
Zaxby's.
I like Zaxby's. I
So
do like
expensive.
Zaxby's.
Bro, the salads at Zaxby's are rad.
and better chicken than Chick-fil-A too.
And I like
and
the
I'll say the Popeyes chicken
the
sandwich
cheese
is better
curds
too.
at
Oh, yeah.
Zaxby's.
I would agree
Oh,
with
cheese
you on
curds
that.
are good.
Raging.
But I have a bit of a thing with cheese curds. Okay,
What?
so I'm
Where
gonna.
do you get cheese curds from?
I think Anton is a rat because he's got special
Ooh.
things about cheese and rats.
You fucking ratting on us, dude?
I'm fucking ratting. Bro.
Anton la rat.
Ooh.
That's what it's French for.
That's what La Plume is.
La Plume?
It's French for the plume.
Le rat.
the rat. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause in
So
French-
I really have to go to
in
the
French-
bathroom. Can
oh,
I
you do?
pause?
Yeah, go
okay.
to the bathroom. Yeah. It's a common thing on the show.
Did you know in French, rat in French is just le rat?
No, it's not.
Yes, it
It's-
is.
No, it's not.
There's not another name for it. That's how you say it. Some of the words in French are the same as English,
Oh,
but it's
interesting.
le rat. So you could be Anton le rat.
Do you?
What's up?
So the only thing I'll give Chick-fil-A and
Oh,
Tom.
I thought we were talking about gum reform, but keep going. Yeah.
The only thing I would give Chick-fil-A is that the lines are. That is the most efficiently run restaurant in the
It's
world.
like Nazi Germany in there, dude.
And they also pay their employees very well starting,
Uh-huh.
which is amazing.
But you gotta be white and straight and Christian.
That is not 100% true. I'd say that's about 80% true.
I believe they fired everybody that was gay. That was a big scandal about 5 years ago.
They didn't fire everyone who was gay. They said they don't believe in gay marriage, and they also said, and no, there's never been an instance of racism
They're
with Chick-fil-A
anti-gay.
that we know.
They're anti-gay.
Does that mean they have to be that means you have to be racist though? I don't understand.
Oh,
And
no. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't
thank
mean to
you.
say white.
Well,
Sorry.
Okay, and also another controversial
They
subject.
prefer that.
You don't have to be anti-gay and anti-gay marriage. You know what I mean? Like those are mutually exclusive things.
You should go to church and see how that fucking works out there.
I'm just saying that you can be anti-gay marriage and not be anti-gay. Is all I'm saying.
That is being anti-gay.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not because
Yes, it is.
Because if you're
Because
libertarian,
you're saying that they're
because-
subhuman people that
because-
don't allow to be married, so
No.
then you are being anti-gay.
Not at all.
That's exactly
actually,
what that means.
Okay, we can have that discussion later.
Anyways.
My so what's your second unpopular opinion or your third
my
one?
third one. Why did I write? I just wrote down Jennifer Aniston has a middle part. Anyways, that's not right. Jennifer Chiba killed Elliott Smith, and there needs to be a murder documentary about it.
I don't even know who those people are.
Elliott Smith, you know who Elliott Smith is?
No.
Great songwriter. Basically, the story of his death is he was really famous. He was a super drug addict, but he got sober for like 3 months. His girlfriend went to go take a shower and came back out and saw that he had killed himself. And he wrote a suicide note on a Post-it note that he didn't have his name written correctly. And then the second part is that he stabbed himself twice in the heart.
That could happen.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think that somebody would be like, hey,
Stab? Yes. Shoot? Unlikely.
yes, you can't shoot yourself twice in the head. I understand.
I have a
but-
question for you. So, how
up?
many people every year
What's up?
stab themselves twice in the chest?
I don't know those stats.
Okay.
Is that the whole point that you're trying to say that I don't know?
Well, no. What I'm saying is that if the number is 1 a year,
Yeah.
he could have been the one person that year that
Yeah,
did it.
but it's a little suspicious.
It's a little suspect.
Don't you say? I mean, like it's not Kurt Cobain suspicious. It's
Well,
a,
that's
it's a
kind of
little
suspicious too, though, right?
No, I'm saying that's way more suspicious.
That Kurt Cobain is?
Yeah.
Why won't you say that one is an unpopular opinion? At least people know who he is.
That's not an
Who's
unpopular
Elliott Smith?
opinion, though.
That's unpopular opinion. I think a lot of people
That Kurt
disagree.
Cobain didn't kill himself?
I think most people
that Courtney Love
have.
killed him?
I mean, I'm of the camp that he just killed himself. I don't know all the details. I think most people are of my camp.
They had.
At least people know who he is. You
Yeah,
know.
the
Who's Elliott Smith?
His suicide note didn't have. Elliott Smith is wonderful. You love him, actually.
Really?
But yeah.
I'm sure he is. I just don't know who he is.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. So are we done with yours, or I'm down to keep talking
No,
about
you're
it.
just go ahead.
Okay. Also, I want to say that
What?
I am for gay marriage, just because I was disagreeing with what Billy was saying.
But you're anti-gay then.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So can we just get rid of the word sheeple?
Sheeple?
Yeah.
What is sheeple?
Sheeple.
Is
It's.
that an unpopular opinion?
Oh,
I think a lot of people use it.
you're like you're a person, and yeah, like if you
Somebody who just believes like the
So,
narrative.
but is that your unpopular opinion?
That's my like I hate the word sheeple. That's my
What
unpopular
word would
opinion.
you use?
you can't say wake
Just
up people anymore.
dumbasses?
You have to say wake up sheeple.
Just literally, just sheeple just sounds so like culty. You know what I mean? It's like
I
when
don't know.
people say sheeple, I'm just like, oh, you're like like you're drunk on the Kool-Aid. Like you're drunk on the Kool-Aid if you're
that's
using
not
the
a
word
popular opinion.
sheeple.
It doesn't really offend. I get it. It just is kind of.
I saw a friend of mine make a post about it recently. And I was like, and I've hated that word for years, and
Maybe
I
it's
was like,
just old.
that's a good unpopular opinion. I'm going to use that one.
It's not a good unpopular opinion.
It is a good one because a lot of people use that word. I remember one time I saw this guy comment on something, and he was like, I like to sit on my balcony and just watch all the sheeple go by. I'm like, oh, because you just fucking get it, right? Like you're the one, like everyone else is just living their life, and you just fucking get it. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't bother you guys?
Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I was thinking we should just sit in silence after you said that.
No, I have a question for you.
Because I don't get it.
How were governments formed?
Yeah, how are governments formed, dude?
I'm for governments.
No. How are they formed?
How are they formed?
How are they formed, man?
Hopefully.
No, not hopefully. How are they really formed?
Yeah, dude. Fucking
Well, there's a group of people that get together and they
get together.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they basically decide that they're gonna be the ones in charge.
How?
How? Well, through force.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not. Okay,
Right.
I this is what.
Hold on. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
When we talk about governments, I know we have a lot of programming in the 20th century, 21st century.
Yeah.
That governments are like basically this like feel good thing.
Well, I'm not a government
But
guy.
if
Just
you
saying.
go back, no, I'm just saying, the guys that say the term sheeple or the girls that say the term sheeple,
Or them.
or them
2021.
2021, you know.
them, they, whatever, Bill Begley, whatever. Whatever it is.
What's up?
What's up? I'm representing you too.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Outlier.
Yeah.
I asked my European history teacher, like, how do you become a knight? And she wouldn't answer. And so over the years, because I'm a history nerd,
Yeah.
I realized that you know how you become a knight?
How?
Going into somebody else's land and fucking killing them.
So Paul McCartney's a murderer.
Did he kill somebody?
He's a knight.
Okay, well,
Back
that's a
in the
title.
day.
I'm talking about the real knights back in the Middle
real
Ages.
knights in the Middle Ages. Okay.
The Middle Ages. Now,
They've really watered down what it means to be a knight these days.
get
Don't
me
you guys
started.
think?
Now, hold on.
You really had to earn that title
No,
back
I mean,
in the day.
well, no, think about it, though. You went into a land, you killed everybody,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you subjugated them, and then the king, the leader of the military,
Mm-hmm.
bestowed a title upon you based upon how many people you killed for him.
Are you saying the sheeple are modern day knights?
No, I'm saying the sheeple are probably the people that look at the knight and go, "You're awesome, man. You're noble. You're some special person that's better than me."
So what was the word for that back then?
Peasant,
Yeah.
I like that word
a
better.
A serf.
surfer,
serf, or
peasant,
a
slave,
pleb.
which is just a nice word for a slave.
A plebeian, yeah.
Fucking plebeian, yeah.
A plebe.
Yeah. Fucking like that one. I like
Yeah.
those
Okay,
better.
fine, fair enough. But
But also, I feel like you don't have. I feel like what usually the people that are calling people sheeple are like
Dumbos.
are poor people.
They're also
that are jealous of
sheeple.
rich people who are the sheeples that just believe everything that they see on TV.
We're all
so
sheeple.
I feel like we're all I mean, look at we're all on some level or another kind of operating on like with somebody else's agency in the back of our head
Sure.
to some extent,
I
right?
agree with that.
But at the same time, like but that's why I hate the word sheeple. But because to act like you're not a part of the machine yourself, like you're just sitting here struggling and poor and looking at everyone else who's like trying to play the game and get by, like somehow you've got it all figured out.
you don't think the super rich look at the people as sheeple?
I mean, they do. I'm sure.
They
but
they laugh at people.
I just hate the word.
Okay,
It's
fair
it's
enough.
because it's like
Why? Because it's sheeple? Yeah, that's what I
'cause
fucking
He
thought.
is anti-gay.
because I'm fucking
I get it.
part of
What,
the
you
page-
wanted to be hemple?
Heeple?
Heeple.
Himple. What the
I was
fuck are
trying
you
to
talking
figure it
about?
out. Or they pull?
Or they pull?
Should be they pull.
Yeah,
2021.
no, I'm part of the fucking patriarchy, bro. I'm
Yeah.
fucking here. I'm a fucking heeple.
Yeah, cut
bro.
your dick off already.
Yeah.
Tom Bennett, what's your
unpopular
unpopular
opinion?
opinion?
What's that?
What's your unpopular opinion?
Wow, my unpopular opinion.
Cut your dick off.
My unpopular opinion is that really the best thing humanity could do is never go online again.
Ooh. That is very unpopular because it's such a very
And I'm a
intricate
total
thing.
hypocrite.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause I go
We
online.
all gotta be. Yeah, I mean, if you're in any business, you have to be online.
But I think
yeah.
like there's a sea level change for human interaction which can be diverted towards the good or the bad. But we're definitely getting diverted towards the bad in a lot of situations.
It's too many people.
It's a lot of situations. And I think it's awesome when you get off social media and realize that like your neighbors are actually cool human beings.
Yeah, for the most part.
When you just approach them on a human level, and like despite their political viewpoints or their social viewpoints, they're just going to work like you are.
Yeah.
Trying to earn a living, trying to have some fun, go to Disney World, trying to watch a stupid fucking movie, enjoy some music, and you realize, what is all the... Oh, it's this artificial division that's being amplified through... That used to be amplified through TV.
Yeah.
Social programming and newspapers. Now it's just like a cracked out version of it, where every day you're just getting insinuated with division and hate your neighbor and hate this person. This person's a liar. He's a sheeple.
Yeah.
You know, they don't get it. Blah, blah, blah. That's my unpopular opinion. I think taking a break from that and getting a perspective on how absolutely ridiculous and dehumanizing it can be at times.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And how human beings... Let me parlay that into my second unpopular opinion. Human beings, the mass of humanity, the 8 billion people, 7 billion people on this earth, are being completely mismanaged and abused by a small group of people with a lot of power and control and wealth.
Yeah.
And if the group of humanity could be united, let's say we just want to live our lives and be happy, and I like my neighbor and I like my friends, and you guys are assholes, and get rid of those jackasses, this would be a great world to live in. Now, do I think that's going to ever happen? No, but sadly. But I do I see some movement towards that? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think this small group of people who, for whatever fucking reason, think they're going to take it to the grave. They think these billions of dollars that they have, trillions, whatever, like somehow it's important for them to be more greedy when they're already like retardedly wealthy. Pardon.
Retarded America.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm from the 80s, man. It was okay in the 80s.
No, it's okay.
When they're just so wealthy, it's beyond even comprehension. Like, why do you need more, man?
Yeah.
Why do you need more? What do you need more money for? Why don't you take some of that money and do some good with it?
They do.
And no, they don't, though. They
don't.
say they do.
Yeah,
they say they do
all kinds of
as a
charities and
propaganda trick to make you think that they're good people.
But really, they're just hoarding all the rest
right,
of it.
and when you go down and actually examine what they're doing, you go, this guy's a dickhead.
Yep.
Me and Bill.
Jeff Bezos can suck my entire dick. I will tell you that.
Whoever it is, I think it's.
Wouldn't be very much though, would it?
No, it would not.
He could still
And
have
that's
room
on
to
him,
say.
too.
He could still have room to say, "Fuck you, Bill."
Yeah, he wouldn't.
I'm just saying. There's a vast gulf between us and them,
That's a stupid joke.
and the lizard people.
Yeah, well, you're talking to one right now.
I'm a lizard person.
He's reptilian, confirmed. Everybody.
yeah.
I'm
knows.
also, I'm not gonna get all my political stuff
I
right
haven't
now.
called you
No,
reptilian.
I
in a
was
long
trying to
time.
keep it like in the middle. Like
Totally,
I feel
yeah,
like the
I feel
people
you.
are. We could have so much better of a life in a world than we have if we realized how unified we could be and how cool people are and how people of different opinions, cultures, everything really on most issues kind of are in the same ballpark in a lot of ways.
Well, I mean, we all need to eat, shit, and drink water.
Right, and then
what
there-
Tom's really saying is eat the rich is what we're really getting at, right?
kind of in a way.
Yeah.
That's
but not really.
Because
But only,
Tom's also, if I know you, Tom, I also know that you're not you're not like a socialist either. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this conversation right now.
That's another podcast.
That's another podcast.
But I think it's meta. I think it goes beyond what I'm saying. What I see at a festival, I see a bunch of people who forget all their guises,
Yeah, they're
their
on a lot of drugs
cloaks,
usually.
their definitions of themselves.
Lots
who come
of
out,
drugs.
and they're coming out. Well, but that's
They
good.
definitely forget who they are.
Yeah,
for sure,
and it's good. They go out and have a good time, and then they have to encapsulate that in that weekend or that event, and then go back to life and become the person that they think they are, but that is not who they actually are.
Yeah.
Who they actually are is the person at the festival or at the small gathering or
At least on day one, you know what I mean?
Sure, maybe day one.
At least day one.
Day 2 is like, I need a clean porta potty, please.
And day 3 is like, I'm
gonna
like
clean it.
subhuman at this point.
Yeah, probably. But maybe that's who they actually are. Maybe they're sheeple at that point.
maybe they are that at this point. All right, well, Tom, thanks for coming on the show,
Yeah,
man.
my
This has
pleasure.
been a lot of fun. Hell yeah.
Fist bump.
Thanks, Tom.
Make sure you check out whenever you put the record out. When's that? Do you have a release
It'll
date?
be like in the next 20 to 70 years.
Like next 20 to 70
70
years.
years.
So make sure you guys keep a lookout on that. I'm sure it'll be released on whatever streaming
can't wait.
platforms popular.
I really
on that.
do wanna hear
Maybe
it.
it'll be an immersive experience, like with Ben
This is
Strzok.
part of
you know?
that.
Maybe this is part of the record.
part of
I don't know if I'm
Right.
putting it on streaming. I
You're not
really
gonna put it on
don't. I
streaming?
really don't know. I think I might be doing vinyl only.
Ooh.
Cool.
I think I might be doing vinyl because
I love vinyl so much.
it almost. I feel like the streaming devalues
Definitely does.
the art. And it's like, hey man, if you see us at a show and you dig it and you want to buy this vinyl, I want that person to really know it's theirs.
Yeah.
you can hold it in your
Well,
hand.
so there's a new thing called NFTs, which is a non-fungible token, which is basically it's a part of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I don't know all about it yet, but who was it?
Elon
Kings of
Musk.
Leon
Oh.
just released the first album
they?
through.
I love-
for real.
I never heard of them.
You've heard of them before.
They're great.
So they just released like the first album ever through NFTs, which is like basically, it's a way of like you purchase the NFT, I think, and then it's a way of showing that you own this original copy of this record. And it's kind of like the modern day, like if you went to go like buy the Mona Lisa, that's like what it is. It's like owning this NFT means that you own the original copy of this record.
Why don't you just sell the record to them?
You are through that,
But why don't they have a physical record?
because that's not 2021.
It's not practical.
That's not very 2021 of you.
That's
Tom.
not what
Records
the hip
aren't
kids are doing.
practical
That's not what the
unless
hip
you're
kids are
listening.
doing.
at
That's not what the
home.
sheeple do.
And
That's
in
not what the
fact,
sheeple are doing.
You can only play a record so many times before it deteriorates.
What if that's
anyway.
a scam by the reptilian overlords so they can buy all the Tom Bennett Band albums and the Anton LaPlume hustle sides?
Yeah, Tony.
It might be, but you know what? A Grammatic just made like in a year like millions of dollars off one releasing one single through
did?
NFT. Grammatic, which is like one of the bands that played at Halloween the year that we were there.
They're like big, gigantic, except a little bit better.
Better for sure.
Yeah.
And millions of dollars.
Wow.
And a lot of DJs have been releasing singles through NFTs like this, and been making millions of dollars. This is a huge talk in
Does
the.
NFT
I never heard
stand
about
for?
it. I
does
can't wait to
NF
look into it.
Does NFT stand for not fucking true?
Oh, I like that. So
That was great.
I'm
That's
just joking. Just joking.
No,
I don't
so-
know anything about it. I'm just being an a-hole.
I've just
Just being an
so we're actually thinking. So not collectively, I've been thinking about possibly releasing our album in that way as well.
Great.
Just to see what would happen. You know what I mean? But either way, that's a new technology.
Yeah, I'll look
that's
into that. NFT.
for sure. NFT. Sean
does
knows
it
a little bit
stand
about
for?
non-fungible token.
Non what?
Fungible.
That's not a word.
It's a word
you
now.
and I both know that's not. You just riff that.
Nah,
Fun,
I've watched-
fun guy is a word.
I've listened.
Fungible.
I've listened to podcasts on this. I've been reading articles about this. Trust me, it's
Are you just saying it
non-fungible.
wrong?
It's non-fungible token. I swear to you.
All
I'm
right.
not like just
Fun, like FUND.
FUNG.
You know why he doesn't get it? Because it's like
F-U-
it
it's
sounds
so
like
Like
fungible.
fun.
fungi. Like
It sounds
fungi
like
or
fun.
fungi.
Bill can't process it.
He's-
I can't
he's-
process
He's not a
it.
fun guy.
I'm not.
All right. Well, Tom, again,
Yeah,
man,
we
thank
gotta
you for being
cut
on
it.
here. It's
Sweet.
been a lot of fun.
Sweet.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, adios,
Peace.
muchachos.
Yeah, Bill's a little drunk. It's okay.